there'll be a big relaunch once we go back to the refreshed, redesigned, revamped Capital Wrestling Center. So I actually don't know when that's going to be. I'd imagine that's going to be for a good few weeks, obviously. The reports are they're looking to put more lights in there. They're looking to change the logo, change the aesthetic, the feel of it all. So, yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see what it's going to look like. But unfortunately, I think we are quite a way off. The fact that they need a good few weeks suggests that this is going to be quite a big change. It suggests that there's quite a bit of work that's going in. Obviously, you know, adding additional lighting, potentially changing like the layout with where the hard cam is, maybe where the stage is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're going to look to do it. I think with I was thinking about this the other day, and I think we spoke about this the other day with Impact. The hard cam is opposite the entranceway. So in the background, you've got the entrance stage, and then the ramp, and then you've got the ring with like people at the sides. With WWE, you've obviously got the entranceway to the left, and then you've just got a few rows of people. I said before, I would much rather they actually turn the hard cam around, because I actually think you'd see more people. I think we need to see more of the audience. I think the audience were a big part of the old NXT. So I think that for me, we've taken one of the best things about NXT and completely removed it. Obviously, the pandemic removed the audience, but then when we've brought them back, there's not really anywhere for them to go. You can fit a fair few people in the CWC, and who knows, numbers-wise, it might not be too far off what they had at Full Sail, but it just doesn't feel the same. Like, we were talking on the NXT stream the other day about how people would be... Keith Lee was knocking Adam Cole into the crowd, or, you know, you had, like, Kyle, the guy in the Everton shirt that would shout at the wrestlers whenever, like, the heels were walking past, or Izzy, obviously, famously at that takeover where, didn't she take, like, some sort of, like, snatch some headband off her, Sasha Banks? Like, you had all this audience interaction, and, like, the fans just looked... You could look at the fans, and it looked like a great night out. Like, you looked at the fans, and it looked like its own little society, its own little community. I know for a fact a lot of them used to go for, like, a meal after or meet for drinks before, and there was, like, that kind of... I'd imagine, in a way, a family vibe about those that went to NXT. It just feels like all of that has gone. It's just completely gone. Like, it just doesn't feel that way anymore. I would imagine a lot of the same people still go, because it's actually just down the road. It's not too far away. When I went to Florida, I actually visited the Performance Center. I didn't get to go around, but I found it. I wanted to know where it was, and we actually, like, went to it. I mean, little did I know... This was at the end of 2018. Little did I know that the WrestleMania for 2020 was going to be there, or that most of the Raws and SmackDowns are going to come from there. I just wanted to see, where is it, what's it look like, all that kind of stuff. On the door, it says trespassers will be prosecuted, and like, it's not branded at all. But I think there might have been, like, WWE on the doors. I knew it was the place. So as soon as we saw, like, trespassers will be prosecuted and all this, we were like, yeah, let's go. So we didn't stick around. But we went to Full Sail, and obviously there's a video on the channel. I'm sure you'd find it, of me at Full Sail. So I went to Full Sail after, and they're not too far apart. You know, it's like a five-minute drive apart. So I'd imagine probably a lot of the similar people kind of go to both. But, I mean, if you want to talk about things that I think NXT would really benefit from, and that is getting more people on camera, more of the audience. I think the audience are a major part of AEW. A major part of AEW. Like, and that community and everything. And then those people just go online and buzz about it as well. So, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot... That whole side of it just seems to be missing. And actually, you know, you see... Izzy at AEW, you see Kyle, who's gone to AEW, like, just sort of feels like some of those people have potentially moved on to AEW now. So I don't know, I just kind of feel like NXT needs its own own fan base, own support group. Like, I don't know that I see loads of AEW fan accounts. I see loads of AEW like stands on Twitter, and I see loads of people like shouting about how amazing AEW is. Just don't get that with NXT. I don't seem to find like the same energy for NXT, which is understandable. You know, AEW's got Jericho, CM Punk, Miro, potentially about to sign Bray. Adam Cole potentially could be going there. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks. They're putting out Being the Elite. They're putting out AEW Dark video games. Like, I get it. But I just think that there's a big gap in the market. There's a big, do you know what I mean? Like, NXT could really benefit from showing some support to people. Like, maybe if there was like some fans, maybe people watching this, NXT fans like yourselves, that were to start some stan accounts, start a community, do you know what I mean? Get some like Twitter things going, share some amazing pictures of NXT from years gone by, you know, talk about all the amazing people that have come out of NXT, you know, sharing pictures of superstars when they first made their debut. I mean, like Alexa, for example, wore blue and she was like throwing glitter in the air and stuff. Like, she was completely different to how she is now. Roman in FCW was completely different to how he is now. And, you know, that kind of community just feels like it's missing for NXT. So, whatever. I know we're going off a bit on a tangent, but whatever this change is going to be to the CWC, I hope it puts the fans right in the center again. I hope it brings the fans back, because it really feels like there's a disconnect. I really feel like there's a disconnect now with NXT. And I would say that's one of its biggest problems. I think that, you know, it would be very easy for NXT to, like, work social media better than they do. I don't find much interaction. You got, you know, silly things like the Young Bucks changing their Twitter bio and having fun with it. You just don't get anything like that from NXT. Like, it all feels very corporate, doesn't it? It all feels very, very corporate. So it's all well and good getting more lights in there, but I'd love to see, like, you know, that community grow and thrive. And yeah, you know, there's definitely, if you are an NXT fan, there's definitely a need for that kind of a thing. The change should be... Hello, everyone, by the way. The change should be that Adam Cole gets repackaged to Shorty C. I'm not sure that's the change that we need. Max said, big number for Raw. It did 2 million. Yeah. I must admit, I was thinking it would be around that, just because they've done 1/8 for quite a while, and we are coming off a big SummerSlam. There'll be some people that will have heard about the buzz over the weekend. There'll be some people that might think Brock's on Raw. There might be some people that think Cena might be saying goodbye, or Becky's back, or whatever it might be. You know, if they can do 1/8 normally, I thought there'd be a little lift. So, 2 million, yeah, around that. I think that's, I mean, it's, you know, it's decent. I do expect that it will fall back down to 1.8, of course. But I think this is the SummerSlam effect. But, yeah, you got to take what you can get, can't you, in this day and age? So, take that. Sean says, why do you talk like that, Days, when you read comments? Why do you talk like that when you read comments? I don't know what I talk like, so I can't answer that. Robin said, Days, I heard a report from PW Insider that Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, and Roderick Strong will be the new top heels of NXT going forwards. I haven't heard that. That is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, that makes me think that they're going to keep a few names around. I mean, the reports that we've seen and the things that have been said seem to suggest that they're going in a direction where they want, you know, bigger guys, main eventers, you know, people that are worth building up. So it's, I suppose, nice to hear that, you know, there's a place for Pete Dunne, there's a place for Johnny Gargano, there's a place for Roderick Strong. You know, Roderick Strong in particular, I don't think would fare that well on the main roster. I think he's a great wrestler. And I think that he is, you know, giving this Diamond Mine thing a good go. But Diamond Mine's dead in the water. Diamond Mine never even started. Like, the most hype Diamond Mine got was when they were releasing those little trailer things, and we were like, ooh, what's Diamond Mine? Is it like a show within a show? And then it turned out to just be a faction that was just, I mean, it didn't grab me from the start, to be honest. Still isn't grabbing me now, and I think they've released one of the members. So, if he was to go up, I would worry that, they wouldn't see the value in him. He'd just be seen as like a smaller Cesaro. Do you know what I mean? Like someone that can wrestle, but can't do much more than that. He doesn't really have the charisma of Adam Cole. But fair play. He's given the Diamond Mine thing a go. I just wish Diamond Mine was worth more, was more valuable, did more. But, that's interesting. Johnny Gargano's brilliant. Great wrestler. Love the stuff he's doing with the Way. I kind of like him in this kind of role, though. I don't know that I want him to be a heel. I kind of like him in this, silly comedy kind of... I've enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed that, so... Don't know. We'll see. There's so much change coming that maybe there's going to be like so much other things to focus on that it won't even matter. Like right now I'd be like, I don't want to lose the Way, but who knows? I mean, it could all make sense when we get like the new layout and roster shake up and everything. I don't like Diamond Mine. They went and had Strong lose. They should make them look strong, says Taboy. Robin said, Days, I heard that management are eager to have Walter on NXT in the United States more often. That would make sense. Let him in. Shout out to you. Hope you are well. Raw was okay last night. Where we go to Raw now, then SmackDown. For Raw was okay last night. Where we go to Raw now, then SmackDown. Don't know what you mean, bud. Don't know what you mean. Gorilla Warzone Battlegrounds League says, wonder how NXT is going to be with Joe as champion. Going to hear from Joe tonight. I've got a couple of things written down. Apparently we're going to get a promo from Kaylee Ray, promo from Samoa Joe, Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase are on the show, Hit Row versus Legado del Fantasma, and the final of the Breakout Tournament, Carmelo Hayes and Odyssey Jones. So I've been able to avoid spoilers. I know this is taped, but I'm not interested in looking at the spoilers. If you've seen them, brilliant. Obviously, I'd ask that you just keep them to yourselves. If it gets ruined, it gets ruined. We've been down these roads many times before. So I don't expect to be able to make it to the show without knowing anything. Like, normally people just jump in and go, no, such and such wins this. Whatever. I think that tonight should be interesting because there's going to be a bit of change. We know that Carrion's gone. I hope that we get something to do with Raquel and Dakota, because I'd love to know if Dakota's on the show or if Raquel makes a comment about chasing Dakota out of town, or, do we see Dakota, or has she gone as well? So that might be quite interesting. Samoa Joe as champion, we know that William Regal's very happy about that. If Carrion has gone, which I think he has, who steps up next? Will someone challenge Samoa Joe? Like, you're absolutely right. What does the future hold for Samoa Joe? So, and obviously the final of the Breakout Tournament. I love Odyssey Jones. He's a big guy. I'm an Odyssey Jones stan. So, I'm backing him there. I'm back in Legado because I can't stand Hit Row. Grimes and Ted DiBiase should be fun. Samoa Joe will be interesting. Kaylee Ray. Well, Kaylee Ray, I suppose, is next for Raquel, isn't she? So, but will we see Dakota? That's my question. Will we see Dakota? Will Dakota get involved with Kaylee Ray? Could we get Dakota versus Kaylee Ray? That would be a good little match, actually. Not only would it be a good match, but if Kaylee Ray wins it, it's a good way of her stamping her authority and saying, this is my time. Like, I'm next. You just had your shot. No rematches here. I'm next. So, I'd kind of like it if they did Kaylee Ray versus Dakota Kai. So, going to keep an eye out on that. Read the whole thing. Hope LA Knight, Adam Cole, and Johnny Gargano debut as Tigers on Raw. Raw needs a faction. Days, they have been planting seeds for Pete Dunne. Mark says, Days, what did you think of Cameron Grimes as NXT champion? I think we've got a long way to go. I think that he's got the crowd with him. I think that he's popular. There's a little mini kind of Riddle support for Cameron Grimes. Like, I'm looking forward to the Cameron Grimes segment. When he comes out, that'll be fun. He's got so much energy, he puts a smile on your face. It's sort of like what they're doing with Riddle on Raw. The only difference for me is that Riddle is legit, like former UFC star. I look at Riddle and I think, yeah, we could do something with him. Like, he could get the better of Randy Orton. He could go on and be a champion. If he continues to be booked right, we could get somewhere with Riddle. Cameron Grimes, I'm not so sure. We haven't seen like loads of Cameron Grimes matches where, he's looked strong. He looks like a contender. He lost against LA Knight, didn't he? And then had to be his butler. So we're just coming out of a storyline that was kind of embarrassing Cameron Grimes. So I feel like to get him to NXT champ is going to take quite a bit of work to kind of convince me that he's good enough to even get that opportunity, So can he get there? Sure, he could get there. He'll have the crowd support. If you had a big heel as champion and then Cameron Grimes' music hits and he comes down and he's the next challenger, I could see people freaking out over that. I could see people loving the idea of like, this is going to be awesome. But say Carrion was still the champ. And then, fast forward 6 months, Cameron Grimes, like Carrion said, he's beaten everyone. And then Cameron Grimes' music hits. And Cameron Grimes has just had 6 months of winning matches and looking great. And he's still got that great energy. And he's still got that connection with the crowd. Like, you could definitely do something then with Cameron Grimes. But I kind of feel like we're a long way off that. I mean, I personally would need to see him win some good matches. Him against, like, Johnny Gargano. You could do that, have a great match, and Cameron wins it. That would start to get me thinking, okay, he can do this. We can, we've got something here. He's on that ladder for me. He's climbing up that ladder. And you could argue that the harder thing isn't winning the matches, because obviously it's all scripted, and they can script that. They just need to put the plan in place and stick with it. The hardest thing is to win the fans over and get over with the fans. And this gimmick has got him over. He is over. He is over. The fans love him. I love him. Whenever I look in the chat, people in the chat love him. So, he's over, man. People love him. So, that's the hardest thing. So, even though it might sound ridiculous, like Cameron Grimes as champion, you could get there. You could get there. But then it just brings me back to, what does this new look NXT look like? Do you know what I mean? What does the new NXT look like? And is Cameron Grimes going to be a part of that? Like, it's all well and good us saying, yeah, you could get there. You've just got to stick with him. If Vince doesn't see it and it doesn't fit what Vince wants NXT to be producing, the kind of talent, I don't know. I don't know if they'll go that way. It's we're kind of heading for the great unknown in a way. Days, how are you? Next week, I'm coming to England to go to a wedding. It's my auntie and my uncle. Laser Jordan, 2,600 KK Scott Crawford. Shout out to you, my friend. Have fun in England. It's a lovely place. Weddings can be a bit dull, though. That's the only problem. That's not an England thing. That's just a world thing. Weddings can be a bit dull. Although, actually, Indian weddings are good. There was an Indian... We have, obviously a big Indian community in England. And I've been to an Indian wedding, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. So, I don't know if they're Indian. If they are, you're going to have a great time. If they're not, it's probably going to be boring. Not Spammer at all said, never thought I'd see a face Trevor Lee, but thanks to NXT, I could now see Grimes as an ultra baby face. We've gone from Killer Cross to Karrion Kross to Kinky Cross. What's next, Chris Cross? Send him into the ring with some applesauce, says CCSYT. Hope you are well. Nando said, when is NXT supposed to change? I wish we had a date. Well, it's yeah, I mean, we don't, I've not seen a date. All we know is that they're taping it and they're changing it now. I mean, it's changing. It's just we won't see it yet. We won't see it yet. We won't see it for a little while. A good few weeks, because we know they're recording the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. And then, you know, we'll get to see this new change. But as I said at the start, and I didn't plan like what we were talking about. I never do, but that's just how I honestly feel. I think whatever change they make, I really hope they bring the fans back. And that sounds crazy because the fans are there. You'll see the fans tonight, but it just doesn't feel like they've come back. We've put them behind plexiglass and then behind chain link fence. Like, you can't even really see them. You can't even see the fans anymore. And like, the majority of the fans are actually to the side. When you do like a big takeover show, you tend to have a few rows where the hard cam is, like a few rows there. But the majority are actually on a bleacher to the right-hand side, and we never see those fans. And I kind of think that I think they've got the layout a little bit wrong, to be honest. I think they've got the layout a little bit wrong with the CWC. I don't even think there's that much room. Like, it's a warehouse, and I don't know that they've got that much width in that building. But I mean, look, this is their problem. They're gonna have to work this out, because like, this is apparently the Full Sail is done. We're not going back to Full Sail anymore. Full Sail is completely done. So we'll have to see what these changes are. I mean, it must be pretty major for it to take so long. If it's putting in some extra lighting, I can't imagine that's going to take weeks and weeks and weeks. So we'll have to see. I want to see Mandy Rose and see what she is up to, says Bonkers. Nathan said, where is Mandy Rose? Haven't seen her in a few weeks. Just don't think they had anything for her. I think there was only one women's match that they were really looking at TakeOver, and that was Dakota and Raquel. So, you know, without... and that's been the focus, hasn't it, the past few weeks, building up to NXT TakeOver. And, you know, get it, it's a massive, massive show. I mean, I wonder if NXT could... Do you think NXT would be able to sell out, like, the arenas now? I wonder... I don't know if it feels the same to you, but it feels like we've taken a step backwards. And we must have took a step forwards. Like, before, NXT was just on the network. It was just on the network, and it was an hour. And even then, we were selling out the Barclays Center. So even then, we were selling out Barclays, and we were selling out arenas. And, like, they were able to do NXT on, like, the Saturday night. And then on the Sunday night, you would get SummerSlam. So, you know, that was the weekend, and it was in the same arena. Part of me wonders now, would they sell out a Barclays Center? I just don't know. I'm sure they would. I'm sure there's like 20,000 NXT fans that would buy tickets. But I just don't know. It still feels like it's stumbled and stalled and just lost its way, and I think the rumours of its changing have just kind of, I don't know, overshadowing everything at the moment. It's such a shame, because I loved NXT. Without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite ever promotion was early NXT. NXT, when it was an hour, and you had like Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, Becky down there. You had Tyler Breeze was awesome, Balor, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Nakamura coming in, you know, Asuka obviously coming in, but like just kind of around that time, I love that NXT. Every episode just felt unmissable, just felt really unmissable. It felt like you was just going to watch a really fun hour of wrestling. Absolutely loved it. So, and I think that excitement that this is unmissable "We are NXT," all of that kind of stuff, I think helped create that community, and I think that was a big thing that helped sell the arenas out and everything. I just wonder if that same enthusiasm is there for it now, or if a lot of NXT fans have gone to AEW instead. Because I do think a lot of people have gone over to AEW, and they're kind of over there now. And it's clear that AEW fans aren't all watching NXT, because if they were, the ratings would be the same. Like, we've seen AEW doing like 900,000 million on a Dynamite, whereas NXT just 550, 600, 700, like at the most. Like, it seems to be a good 400,000 down on AEW. So there's a chance that, a lot of NXT fans watch AEW, but obviously not all AEW fans are watching NXT. So it could be that some fans have gone to AEW and just completely turned their back on NXT now. They found something they think is more exciting. So, don't know. I so want this refresh to work. I so want this refresh to work. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm doing good. They don't have the stars in NXT anymore, says Bonkers. David Robert Wood says, "We are NXT." LSW said, "NXT used to be the only pure wrestling show, but now that AEW has come along, those types of fans do have another product of that nature to watch, yeah, and it's got a bit more star power, and I think it's got a stronger community." I keep coming back to that community thing, because I really think it's a valid point. I think if you're into NXT, into AEW, sorry, you've got post shows that you can listen to, podcasts that you can listen to. You've got like a whole world that you can get lost in and spend time in, and there's like YouTube channels that just dedicate to AEW, and stan accounts everywhere on Twitter, social media that you can interact with, and not only that, they've got all this additional programming. So I just think that sense of community has moved to AEW, and I think that's a big advantage that they've got. I don't feel like the world of NXT has got bigger, even if the show is now being shown. Even if the show got bigger to 2 hours and is on like TV compared to the network, I don't feel like its community or the surrounding support in like social media, or I don't feel like that got bigger. If anything, it got smaller. So yeah, I keep coming back to the same point, but I really hope this change brings the fans back front and center, because I think they lost sight of that when they moved to the CWC. Days, you need to change that thumbnail. There's only 2 stars that are still in NXT. Yes, I will change it. I don't want to. It's not really much point changing it before the change happens, really. I don't know quite when that is, but it can only be a few weeks. So there's not really much point in changing it to change it in a few weeks' time. Marvel Leo said, "I'm going to go to Rochdale tomorrow to watch the match. Have fun." We need the naked man tonight. I'm not sure that's what we need. But he was certainly around yesterday, and that was one of my favourite parts of the show. I thought Raw was watchable, and you could definitely get something from it. Whether you enjoyed it and would want to go back to watch it, I can't say. All I can say is there was more in that show that I enjoyed, rightfully or wrongfully, than I've seen in quite a while. So, yeah, we'll see what the future holds for Raw as well. We'll just keep taking these little victories. That's what it feels like, little victories. We'll keep taking them, chalking them up. James Chadwick, shout out to you. Not Spammer at all said, "Is this Health Monday Raw and Ring of Honor Tuesday, NXT Wednesday?" What are you asking? Is it healthy that for all of that wrestling? Well, I mean, you don't have to watch it all, of course. You don't have to watch it all. But I don't know. You could make the point that there's too much, but it's no different to how it was back in the day. I mean, if you think about back in the day when you had WWE and WCW and ECW and UWF, and there was just like, there was so much wrestling it's sort of always been that way. Even when there was only WWE, there was tons of independents, tons of independents. So, I don't know. There is a lot, obviously, with Impact and AEW and New Japan and all of that, but is it any different to how it's always been? I don't know. Just Alex said, I think we'll see Brock Jr. sooner than we should because of Vince's reset of NXT. David Robert Wood says, I can't wait for SmackDown because of Lesnar and Roman. Tony said, WWE has drowned in its mire and muck. AEW has blossomed. WWE is tiresome. And AEW is more refreshing, says Tony. CCSYT says, Days, would you watch Elevation during the pre-show? No. James Chadwick said, I need a wrestling detox with the amount I watch. Yeah, I bet you do. Didn't you say you watched like 15 different shows or something the other week? Madness. Have you heard that Jake Paul is trying to pay Woodley to lose? I haven't heard this. Tony said WWE is lazy booking. Amin said, I'm going to give Raw 9 out of 10. CCSYT said, I think Lily should take the titles from Roman, Joe, and Bob Lashley, and hold them all for a reign that puts Bruno's reign to shame. Wrestle with Andy, shout out to you, my friend. Hope you are well. Said, I sent you a DM confirming some big news. Listen. Let's have a look. What's going down in Wrestle with Andy Town? It's official. What's this? It is the greatest night in the history of our sport. So, this is what Wrestle with Andy always said, the greatest night in the history of our sport. And Tony Schiavone is confirming that CM Punk's all right. It's a nice picture, that is, isn't it? It's a good little picture, that. It's confirmed that is the greatest night in the history of our sport. Do you know what was so crazy about that was, I don't know if you saw, but James E. Cornette said that it was perfect. Said that it said it's not how he would have booked it. It was better. Woo! How about that for high praise? So if you want high praise on a segment, how about having one of your biggest critics say that it was better than they would have done it? So, yeah, credit where it's due. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But Wrestle with Andy, shout out to you. I'm going to go to Yorkshire for my holiday. Have fun, Marvel Leo. I like watching Kenny Omega, says Banana Grapes. Austin said, who do you think Samoa Joe is going to feud with next? I think it will be Pete Dunne, says Austin. Hadn't really thought about it, to be honest, but that does make sense. I mean, Pete Dunne is someone that deserves to be around the title picture, and he has been around the title picture. But I can't really think of anyone else that it could be. Yeah, Pete Dunne, I think it's a really good shout. I'm trying to think, like, what are the heels have we got that are, like, credible? I mean, who else have we got? I mean, we've got Santos Escobar, maybe. We've got Pete Dunne's a really good shout, and he's been getting a bit of TV time. They seem to be just trying to build Ridge Holland at the moment, trying to build him back up. I don't think it's the right time for LA Knight to have it. Swerve's the North American champion, so he's not going to go for it. It needs to be like a big heel, doesn't it? So, I don't know. Volta. All depends if he's going to go to NXT, isn't it? I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, he's always said he doesn't want always said he doesn't want to go to America. But I suppose you could use him for a little while to do the match. Doesn't mean he has to win the title, but, I don't know. Do I want to see him lose now to Samoa Joe? In my mind, if Volta is going to go, well, I suppose he could win and not win the title. But, I love the idea of the match. But I think I'd rather the title not be involved. Because I think with the title involved, it just makes me think he's not winning it. Santos Escobar, Pete Dunne are probably the only heels that are doing well. They're building up Ridge Holland, and Gargano is doing the way stuff with Dexter and Indi. I want Volta tonight, says CCSYT, Joe versus Volta. Jimmy said, wishes WWE programs all the best in their future endeavours. Ridge Holland is a decent heel, says Brony. Alex Bliss Gamer, hope you are well. Going Ghost says they should have started Punk on a different rivalry. Fans of Punk are Derby fans. Fans of Derby are Punk fans. Do you think this will split the fan base? I think it's out of respect. So it could split the fan base, I suppose. But it won't split the fan base in a negative way. It's just like, the old guard facing the new guard. A respectful exhibition match. It's kind of like, CM Punk wants to face Darby because he believes in Darby and he sees so much promise in Darby. And, what a spotlight. You can make the argument that this is the wrong first match because, it's going to split the fan base. But you could make the counter argument, what a spotlight for Darby Allin. Surely Punk's first wrestling match is going to get crazy views. People are going to want to see him wrestle. It's all well and good him coming back. It's all well and good him doing the promo. But people want to watch him actually compete and watch him wrestle. And what a spotlight for Darby Allin. CM Punk is using his notoriety, his star power, to put over a youngster. You could make the argument that he should be putting over or having a match with MJF because he's young. He would benefit. He's someone that I'm sure CM Punk respects. So you could absolutely make that argument as well. But I don't mind it. I don't look at it and think I can see the argument, but I don't look at it and think, oh, this is rubbish. Oh, why are they doing this? Oh, they've absolutely ruined it. I don't really think that. I don't think that. I think what an opportunity for Darby Allin, and he can't lose. Even if he loses, it's going to be a case of that was a great. Because I'm sure this is going to be an amazing match. It's going to be a fantastic exhibition for both guys. And if Darby loses, which I think he will, everyone's going to stand and applaud at the end and go, do you know what? What a match! What a showcase that was. And it's a way of CM Punk just using his notoriety and his star power to, show Darby off to maybe some fans that haven't seen Darby yet. There might be some CM Punk fans that have been away from wrestling that are only now just watching AEW. I honestly don't know. I don't know how many people have watched, have joined AEW now, how many new viewers they've gained. But they will have gained some. And, this is a great way to show off a new, young, up-and-coming wrestler. So I personally don't mind it, but I do definitely see your point of view. I do see the argument. It'd be better if this was him taking on a vicious young heel that had been running through everyone. That would have been cool. A vicious young heel, run through everyone, is chased like MJF. MJF is beating everyone up. He's attacking everyone backstage. He's chased Jericho out of the promotion. Jericho's gone off to do Fozzy. MJF's this is mine now. This is mine. I run this place. It's took me 2 years, but finally, I run this place. You might as well change AEW to MJF because there's no one left. There's no one left, and if there's anyone out back that wants to come out and try to stand up to me, Like, you could have gone down that way and then caught personality hits and out comes CM Punk. So you could absolutely could have gone that way, but or either. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's still going to be a fantastic showcase for Darby. Austin said, I can't wait till we get Punk and MJF promos. Airflow Games says, Days, are you excited for SmackDown on Friday with Brock, Becky, and Roman? I am very excited, yes. I mean, you're talking about some of my favourites there. Brock, I've always had a lot of affection for. Roman is probably my favourite thing in wrestling at the moment. And Becky, I mean, I'm not a crazy Becky fan, but I do appreciate her star power. I do appreciate she's got that connection with the fans. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, I just personally wouldn't have a go heel, but apparently rumors are now that that's her decision. Like, she wants to go heel. This is part of what she wants to do. Maybe she wants to help put over people like Bianca. And you can make the argument, if she wants to help Bianca, why the flip? Would you take the title off her in 7 seconds or 20-odd seconds? But the counter-argument will be, Bianca wasn't ready. She was a fighting champion. She agreed to defend. She wasn't ready for Becky. Becky beat her. Becky's going to heal it up. Bianca will get her revenge. And, Becky it'll be a long feud, but the end goal, I think, is going to be Bianca beats Becky and gets her title back. I think that's going to be the end goal that we're working towards. But it's just going to be, Becky using her star power, her notoriety now, to give Bianca some big segments, big exposure, and build towards that big rematch. I mean, that rematch they might do it at Extreme Rules, but I don't know that Becky will give up the title there. I'm saying that this thing could run for a while. Like, there's not really a rush here. There's rumors that the next draft's going to be around October time. We could go all the way till then. We could go for the next couple of months doing this. So, yeah, we'll see. Make no mistake about it. I would not have brought Becky in that way. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying that I think this is maybe part of her thinking. Let me be a heel so that I can help get Bianca over and help get maybe Liv over. Maybe she's got an eye on Liv Morgan as well. Maybe she's got an eye on some of the young talent that's there that she can do some stuff with. What if they do Becky and Sasha at Extreme Rules? Well, I mean, if rumors are true, then both would be heels. So I don't know that that's gonna work unless someone's gonna change. Unless Becky's gonna stay sort of face and then do Sasha Extreme Rules. I don't know. Oh, it's just messy, isn't it? It's just messy. I mean, from what we're being told, Becky's gonna be a heel. So, Ben, shout out to you. I hope you are well. Austin said, I wonder if we get Becky versus Bianca versus Sasha, and I wonder where Naomi ends up during this, because we all expected her to join the Bloodline as SmackDown Women's Champ. I don't know if I expected that, but I definitely wanted that. I definitely want that. I want Naomi in the Bloodline. 1,000%. I want that. I don't know that they're going to do it. There's every chance they put Naomi on SmackDown and just don't have her connected in any way. But I hope they do. I really hope they do. It just depends how much they want to push Naomi, really. I mean, if you've got Naomi in the Bloodline, you've got to push her, haven't you? You can't have her losing, because she'd be letting down the Bloodline. So you can't have Naomi losing. She's got to be winning. So she's got to be getting booked well. But if they've got Sasha and Becky and Bianca, are they going to push Naomi as well? Bottom line, are they going to push Naomi? Because they haven't been. She's not even been getting on TV. So, God, I wish they would. I really do wish they would, but I don't know. Not sure. Alan Jason, shout out to you. Appreciate the support. Marvel said, my mum is going to get me an RK Bro shirt, and I told her to use the Days 10 code. Yes, do it. Save some extra money. And actually, now's a good time because I think there's like up to 40% off shirts. And I'm pretty sure the 10% could work on top of that as well. So, I mean, I'm not aware of any exceptions to the 10%. Apparently, it works on titles, works on T-shirts, works on everything. So, yeah, use it. Save that money. It's a lovely little bonus for our community because don't forget, people that don't watch the streams won't know about the code. Like, people that don't interact with us won't know they can save an extra 10%. So it's a brilliant little bonus for this community. And as I keep saying, I'm really grateful to WWE for giving us that. The Gamer said, I think WrestleMania 38 will have Becky versus Ronda and Rock versus Reigns. Nando said, Sasha and Bayley are the only 4 horsewomen that put over younger talent. Ray UK 08 said, Days, it's lazy booking. Giving Alexa Bliss a women's title match. Alexa has done nothing to get a title match. Her gimmick is awful. It's a worse gimmick in WWE. It's a kids' TV gimmick. Yeah, I think that's... I'm not a fan of it. Everyone knows this. The reports were that if the merch didn't do well, they were going to pull the plug on it. But, I mean, they seem to be still pushing ahead with it, didn't they? So I'm not quite sure what that means. I mean, does that mean that this is connecting? The numbers that they're hoping to see, they are seeing? Does this mean that it is working? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, it doesn't do it for me. I would much rather use Alexa in a different way. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if Charlotte Flair is going to... Well, she will play along, won't she? If Randy Orton is willing to throw up black goo, then Charlotte Flair will be willing to play along as well, I'm sure. So, I don't know. I suppose you've just got to do what Vince wants you to do, haven't you? So, we'll see how it goes. But there's definitely going to be people that are into it and fans of it. But I don't think it's unfair to say there's more people that aren't. LSW said, I agree. What matches has Alexa won to get this match? A win over Eva Marie. What you didn't see was Alexa backstage going up to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville going, give me a title match. And Alexa, Adam Pearce and Sonya went, we will give you a title match. And Alexa's like, play my music. Let me go out now to speak to Charlotte. We will play your music and let you go and speak to Charlotte. That's how she got it. But they didn't show you that. Nick Slick 246, shout out to you. Appreciate the support, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Primo said maybe they should make Naomi and Bianca if there's no plans to put the title on either of them. Well, I think they will. I think the end goal for Bianca is she will get the belt back. I don't know when that happens. But, if rumors are to be believed that Becky wants to be a heel, then I think she wants to be a heel because surely she wants to work with some of that young face talent. That would be my guess. So I think end result is Bianca will overcome the challenge and get the belt back. But yeah, maybe in the meantime, she could do something with Naomi. I'd love to just get Naomi on TV. I hope she's well. And Becky is a heel. Nick Slick 246. Shout out to you. Alexa Bliss Gamer said, I'm Alexa Bliss, you're Charlotte, and Austin 316 is Lily, says Alexa Bliss Gamer. CCSYT said, Lily is who Days considers the GOAT of all of wrestling. Harley, shout out to you, said Riddle was the MVP of Impulsive Days. you do realise Riddle talks the same way behind the scenes. I have no idea what this means. Was Riddle on Logan's podcast? Because isn't that called Impulsive? Don't know. I should imagine Logan just lay awake last night, still hearing the boos. I'd imagine he was just there like this. It was savage. Or the audience might as well have just got up and gone, I'm a savage. And booty, nasty. Oh, and booty, ratchet. Oh. They might as well have done that because they were savage to Logan Paul. They booed him out of the state, let alone out of the building. So, yeah, harsh. Nick Slick 246. Shout out to you, my friend. Please stop, though. You don't have to keep firing through these super chats. Stop, my friend. And also, put a comment if you're going to be so generous. Share your thoughts with the community. What is it that you're thinking about the wacky world of wrestling right now? What are you pondering right now? Nick Slick 246. I like your name. Shout out to you, buddy. Put a comment in. I want to know what you're thinking. Dalmar said, Days, they have Asuka, Naomi, and Liv sitting in catering. Neither woman has wrestled on TV since Money in the Bank. It's a good point. Dalmar. Hope you're well. Nando said they could have just given us 15-minute match and had Becky cheat to win if she wants to be a heel. Good point. Yeah. Good point. Reminds me of a skit on Saturday Night Live. A TV station is interviewing audience members as they leave a new Broadway play called The Hypnotist. They all responded, I like it and I want to see it again, says Jimmy. It's a clever little skit, that is. It's a clever little skit. I actually, talking about Saturday Night Live, we don't have it here in the UK. You can watch it now, but it's not on, TV. You'd have to go to, I don't know, Now TV. It might be on Sky 1 at, 2 in the morning or something like this. I don't know. But it's never been a thing here. It's not like families sit around and watch it. Of course, right? Because it's an American thing. But I've obviously heard of it. I know many famous people have come out of it. I've also heard that the standard has dropped drastically. And I watched a really interesting video where a guy, and I thought of doing this for a video. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I thought of doing this. A guy went onto a streaming service, and I don't know what service it is. You might know. It's got every episode of Saturday Night Live on it, and he just randomly picked an episode out of each season and then compared them all, how it was slowly changing over time, and when was it good and when did it become bad. It was actually a really interesting video where he kind of it went on for ages. You'd probably need to make it shorter. But he was able to break down what the themes of the show were like, and what the comedy was like, who was the kind of lead comedian in each one, and it was really good. He talks about how it changes over the years, and I thought, could you imagine if someone did that with Raw? Imagine if you just randomly take an episode of Raw from every single year, and then you could do a video talking about these were the matches, this was the main event, this was the size of the crowd. I thought the show was so such and such out of 10. I think they did really well with this bit, but I thought this was lacking. And you could kind of go through every year and just watch as Raw evolves, and you'd be able to see when the Titantron comes in, when the entrance stages change. Talk about the kind of Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, how it differs from the early 90s, what it's like now. How does now compare to even just 5 years ago? If you used to take a random show from 2016, compare it to what we get now with Raw, it'd be really interesting, wouldn't it, to see how the structure's different and what the star power is like. And just silly things when do the crowd stop holding up signs? Do you remember for the Attitude Era, the whole crowd were just holding up signs, and that's it's not really a thing now. You do get signs, and actually I feel like I'm starting to see them come back a little bit, because I saw quite a few at SummerSlam. But yeah, not compared to the Attitude Era. So I was watching this video and I was thinking of it from like a wrestling point of view, and I was like, that'd be quite interesting. That would be quite interesting. So funny that you mentioned Saturday Night Live. Do you think Becky turning heel is the same as Stone Cold turning heel? They both were super over, but WWE decided to make them heel. Well, I suppose there's a little comparison, but I would argue the only difference is that like Stone Cold's one of the, if not still, the biggest money generating superstars of all time. Like, the amount of money that he made during the Attitude Era was more than what Hogan made during his entire time. Like, Vince says that Stone Cold is the biggest money maker. I don't know how that compares to like now with Cena and Roman and all the different avenues they've got now to make money, but certainly it was true of Stone Cold. I don't think Becky got anywhere near Stone Cold's level. She never was like carrying the shows. She never was the face of the company. I suppose in a way you could argue there was maybe a brief time where she might have been, like maybe when she main events WrestleMania 35, maybe in the build to 35, but it was fleeting. It was very, very fleeting, her time at the very, very top. So I kind of feel that she is super over. I think that the heel turn for me would be a bit of a mistake, but I don't think you can compare it, because I think in regards to the Attitude Era, a lot of that was Stone Cold standing up to Vince, sticking it to the boss. Do you know what I mean? He was the guy that was standing up to Vince, and that was a real driver, a major storyline of the Attitude Era. So when he finally turns and joins Vince, it's monumental. It's kind of like the Attitude Era turned on its head. I'm not sure this era turned on its head by Becky turning heel. So I think that you can definitely make the comparison. But I think that there's a chasm between them in scale of like impact. So I think that you could turn Becky heel and the company's going to be fine. I don't think people are going to, I think people are looking at it going, I wouldn't have done that. I don't know why we're doing that. That just seems a bit like she's super over. People are chanting the name. This seems a bit stupid, but I don't know that it's the end of an era. I think a lot of people look at Stone Cold turning heel as the end of the Attitude Era. In fairness, it does coincide perfectly with like WCW going out of business as well. Like literally the week, like the Go Home Raw is the simulcast, and then we've got WrestleMania 17. Like there was no time to like build an invasion or do anything. All they could do is have they had, if you remember, WCW wrestlers up in the stands. They showed a shot of them up in the stands, but there wasn't really time to do much. There was talks of maybe having them invade Shane versus Vince. There was talks of like doing something, but I don't think there was the star power or the time to really put it together. So interesting thought. I want to make sure I get to these super chats. We are just a couple of minutes away from NXT. Ricky245 said, Days, what happened to Elektra Lopez? Is she still in NXT? Well, I believe so, because I've not heard about her release. So I believe so. But yeah, I just haven't seen her. I mean, like, I can only imagine they didn't have anything for her. So I would say that now is the time that we might get some movement there. But what with the changes to NXT, we actually might not. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I don't think they see her as being quite ready. I think she's kind of at the point in her development where she can have a match, she can do house shows, you can put her out there to be a jobber, and to job out for some bigger stars, but you can't really pull the trigger on her and give her some storylines or anything yet. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think I doubt they're even focused on that with everything that's happening with this rebrand. Nick Slick 246 says, I think Brock Lesnar is going to win the SmackDown title. You think he's going to be the Universal Champion? Yeah, he could. He could. I think that we spoke quite a bit about this the other day, about how this is the biggest threat that Roman has faced. You know, Roman has managed to get past John Cena, has managed to get past Kevin Owens, he's managed to get past Braun and The Fiend and Jey Uso and Rey Mysterio, and you know he's been in matches with all of those, and now he is facing what I think is going to be his biggest challenge, and that is a well-paid Brock Lesnar, a Brock Lesnar that costs a lot of money, because I don't think Vince spends that kind of money to not use those people to the max. So you could be right. Nick Slip 246 says, I think Roman is going to lose his title against Big E on a cash-in. Right, we are going over to the Capitol Wrestling Center. We got a stretch limo that's arrived. Here's Cameron Grimes. The celebration is still going on. He's not looking great, is he, $1 Million Man? I mean, he just doesn't walk very well. It's a life of wrestling, though, isn't it? I mean, a lifetime of wrestling, I think, has just maybe taken its toll. Grimes, the $1 Million Man, yeah. It's time. With Charlotte and Becky both champs, do you think Sasha could win that Queen of the Ring? Suppose she could, yeah. I mean, I straight away you think of Charlotte when it comes to Queen of the Ring. But I suppose in a way it's better that it's not Charlotte, because then you've got someone claiming to be queen and Charlotte's going to be queen, and that would surely put them on a collision course. So I think whoever wins it has got to be on the same brand as Charlotte, because it's just an easy match to make, isn't it? So I don't know. I'd go with Liv Morgan, you know. I'd go with Liv. I think there's a lot of Liv fans, and I keep saying that I don't have an issue with Liv. I just want her to actually win some matches and get some momentum, and I think whoever wins Queen of the Ring would get some momentum. So I think that would be huge for Liv Morgan. So I'd probably book Liv to win it. Or Naomi, just to get her on TV. Or Asuka. I love Asuka. That'd be another achievement on her CV. She's won the Rumble. She's won Money in the Bank. Like, if we're going to do Queen of the Ring, let's have her win that as well. So, I'm alright with Asuka. I suppose I'd rather it be a youngster. Right, we've got Cameron Grimes. Face masks don't really help, do they, with the crowds? You've got people that are having to kind of hide their faces. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You got to do what you got to do, but that just obviously doesn't help either. The future of the Way is up in the air as Gargano's wife Candice LeRae is unable to wrestle while she waits to give birth to their first child in February 2022, says Adam. Retribution said, Days, I might pick up something from Euroshop with the code tonight. Does the 10% work on already discounted items? I believe it does, yes. I believe it does, bud. Days just got back from Stevenage, ready for some NXT. Wickham won on penalties. Congratulations. Congrats. Okay. $1 Million Man says that whoever was going to be $1 Million champion needed to be physically gifted, strong of body, strong of mind. Strong of heart. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. Crowd are chanting, "You deserve it, Cameron Grimes." It's nice. If I was to be honest, when you showed up, you drove me nuts. I'm glad you gave me that test. He's got like a bruise on his head, you know, and mark on his nose. He said that he saw the money in his account and he thought he was something. He's good. He is good. Do you remember during Street Profits that Andrade Garza, the referee, that paused the count during the pin? Not off the top of my head. Okay. It's just a bit of a love in here. He says, "You and I together." Work together to make me the $1 million champion. So is LA Knight going to come out, or where are we building here? It's great that they're starting with this. Great that they're starting with this. I mean, he's super over. He's like NXT's Riddle. So they've been out celebrating. Yes. Where does Cameron Grimes go now? The moon. To the moon. Money is being spat into the crowd. What are these? Money is being pumped into the arena. Wade Barrett's got his head in his hands. He is not feeling this. It's Cameron Grimes, Money. It's got Cameron Grimes printed on it. That's cool. I wonder if they sell that at WWE shop. Cameron Grimes dollars. That's the only tender that I recognize. Wade Barrett's like, "This is not legal tender." Money? Wade Barrett hates money. Grimes dollars. Well, I mean, I was wondering where that was going to lead. I wondered if there was going to be someone that was going to come out, but there isn't anything at the moment. So, nice little celebration. Fine little open. It's cool. Make it rain. There we go. Days, is the show on New Year's Day a pay-per-view or a special? I believe it's pay-per-view. Did you hear the name? The name has done the rounds. I don't know if it's split opinion. I must admit, when I first heard the name, because WWE are doing a show on New Year's Day, and when I heard the name, I was like, not sure about this. Like, it's not the most exciting name in the world. So you kind of go, is that the best we can come up with? But then I watched the trailer, and the guy was like doing the voiceover, and I got it then. I just got it. It's called WWE Day 1, right? And when you hear Day 1, you're just like, it's not New Year's Revolution, is it? It's not Elimination Chamber. It's not Hell in a Cell. Like, it's WWE Day 1. Like, it doesn't hit the same, but it's not meant to hit the same, because it's kind of like a new pay-per-view name for this generation. It's for this generation, you know? And when the voiceover guy was like, "We start again on the 1st of January. The WWE superstars put it all on the line in a brand new pay-per-view. WWE Day 1. It's the restart. It's the refresh. It's the reset that's gonna set up the new year. It's like all that kind of a thing, and you're like, WWE Day 1, yeah, okay, I'm down for that. I kind of got it then, and got it, and I was like, okay. The restart, the refresh, the reset. WWE Day 1. Available in all good news agents now. So I got it. I was like, okay, I can vibe with it. It's a different kind of name. It's a different kind of name for, like, the new generation. It feels a bit fresh, a bit different. I was like, okay, yeah, I can vibe with it. But, yeah, apparently it's pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. Don't know what the theme is. I'm guessing restart, refresh. Restart, refresh, rematches. That's what it's going to be. WWE Day 1. Restart, refresh, rematches. Yay! The whole thing's just rematches. What is that trailer? I saw it on Twitter. So, I can't remember where exactly. I think it might have been on. The problem I have with it isn't the name, it's the logo. The logo to me just looks like Raw. It's just red letters. So I looked at it and I was like, I understand if you're going to do something different and something fresh, right? And it's going to split opinion. But don't make the logo like Raw. Don't, like, let's do something adventurous. I'm going to see if I can find... Don't think I will now that I've... WWE Day 1, let's search for that. WWE Day 1, there. I mean, like... This is the current logo, that's it. Atlanta, Saturday, January 1st. I don't know if you can see, but that Day 1 is red with white. Doesn't really show very well. But it's red with white around the edges. Reminds me of Raw. Just reminds me of Raw. So, it's really not doing it justice, by the way. It's exactly the Raw colours. So, it's New Year's Day 2022 pay-per-view. So, yeah, there is a little trailer doing the rounds. To be honest, I hate the name Day 1, says Corey. Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone. I wasn't sure at first, and then, as I said, I watched the thing, and I was like, okay, I get it. It's kind of like, you know, restart, refresh, reset, like WWE Day 1. It's like, okay, something different. I can go with it. I mean, let's not forget, this is the company that gave you WWE Great Balls of Fire. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll take this over that. Do you know, I'm surprised it's not called WWE Blue Suede Shoes, WWE Heartbreak Hotel. In fact, we've had that as well. We've had Heartbreak Hotel. Shawn Michaels' chat show was called Heartbreak Hotel. How have I randomly picked an old Elvis song and WWE have actually done it? Great. Heartbreak Hotel, Great Balls of Fire. My God, we should just be grateful that it's something even remotely forward-looking. Whew. Could it be a pay-per-view after a draft? Well, the rumours are... I don't think so. The last report I saw said the draft would be around about October time. So I think we should be a bit past the draft by that point. But it would make sense, wouldn't it, if they waited and, yeah. Or they somehow did the draft on that show? Or, I don't know. It'd be a long time to wait for the draft, though, wouldn't it? And I don't even get how that would work. Right, we've got Ridge Holland against Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher! I'm gonna batter you. Got called out, didn't he, by Ridge Holland? Thatcher and Holland. Does anyone else feel like Tommaso Ciampa's just been turned down? Like, it's still hard hitting with Thatcher, but this just isn't it, is it? Like, Ciampa was amazing. I just don't feel like this is where it's at for Ciampa. Just call it day one-ish. Nah, that's Usos, isn't it? I've seen a lot of people saying, like, it should have just been called New Year's Revolution, but I kind of think, like, I'm alright with trying something different. Yeah, it's alright. Not crazy in love with it, but I get it now. I've seen on Twitter people from the NXT tapings are selling the Cameron Grimes dollars on eBay for £30. Listen, if you're going to buy one of those for £30, then you deserve everything you get. Let's put it that way. Because I'm pretty sure that you should be able to get it at, like, WWE Shop eventually. I mean, if you really can't and it's the only way to get it, then so be it. But I'm pretty sure they'll sell them eventually. I love Ciampa and Thatcher as a tag team, says Robin. Nikki Bella, Riddle, and Bobby were on Impulsive, which is Logan's podcast. Seriously, what were WWE thinking when they called it Great Balls of Fire? They should have known that Twitter is going to be Twitter. I have no doubt in my mind that zero decisions made by WWE ever include Twitter. Ever, like, they don't think about that. I think, I don't know why, I actually don't know why they called it Great Balls of Fire. But, they certainly never went back to it. One and done, wasn't it? Great Balls of Fire. Good few years ago now, that, wasn't it? And the main event of that, I believe, was Brock Samoa Joe. Not bad. Days, for the draft, what wrestlers would you move to different brands? I honestly, I don't know. But, I mean, to sit down and try and do a draft, I think would be a nightmare. To try and sit here and just go, move this person there, this person there. I mean, you can't necessarily do it because you need to plan out what the feuds are going to be as well. So we spoke about it the other day. You know, you could be like, well, I'll move Asuka to SmackDown. Why? Because she is gonna feud with someone. I don't know. You'd have to. I don't think I could sit here and just start reeling off who I'd move where. Not without having, like, looking at both rosters and thinking, okay, what matches would I like to see them do? So, I mean, I'd love to give you just one name, but I honestly can't think. I mean, I suppose you could move no one. I would do a draft and build it all up, and then as soon as it came to it, I would be I'd pick out the thing and open it up, and I'd be like, no one's moving anywhere. No, it says here, no one's moving anywhere. On orders of Vince McMahon, it's all staying the same. So thanks a lot, bye. And leave it at that, and then just go into a normal show. Just so I could see Twitter's reaction. Twitter would go to explode. I'm starting to think that's what they enjoy doing now. I think they actually go out of their way to try to do that. It's like, should we bring back Becky as a heel? Should we put the Raw Women's belt on Charlotte? So imagine building up a draft and then it's revealed no one's moving anywhere. Or you could draft someone to Raw and later in the show draft them back again. They did that before, didn't they? Wasn't it John Cena? They got drafted and drafted back again by the end of the show. Just do that. Just constantly move people around. But then by the end of the show, they've gone right back to where they started. Beautiful. Right, we're well underway with Timothy Thatcher and Ridge Holland. What if Adam Cole is brought up as Adam Hole and is revealed to be Nia's Hole? Wow, that would be perfect for making Twitter explode again. WWE nuke Twitter every Monday, says LSW. Timothy Thatcher working on the arm of Ridge Holland. Big clothesline. I tell you what, Ridge Holland has got a big upper body, hasn't he? He really does. Thatcher goes to the outside. Ciampa's got a chair, and he's just patting the back of Thatcher. He's like, "You're all right, mate. You're all right. You're going to be fine." We go to commercial break. Shorty C. Yep, Shorty. That would do it. That would do it. Like Triple H in 2004 because he didn't want to work on Tuesdays, says Brian. Ben said, Days, how would you book the upcoming Roman Brock feud? I'd have Paul Heyman going back and forth, pleading with Brock to not do this. Trying to do whatever he could. I'd have Paul Heyman as the center point. And, get it to a point where it looks like Paul Heyman has actually managed to sweep. Because he's so convincing. He's so good. I reckon you could do it whereby he's actually spoken to everyone and managed to get it sorted. And it looks really, really good. Like, he's sorted it. And they're both in the ring. And they're about to shake hands or something. And then, I don't know, Roman punches Brock in the face. And that's it, we're off. And there's no stopping it then. And then, you just keep building. You could then dig into some of their history. Obviously, they've faced each other many times before. But I think the bulk of it, should be Heyman. I think Heyman is just... He's kind of a little bit on the sidelines. You tend to hear from Heyman backstage on SmackDown when he gets interviewed by Kayla. Like, Kayla's always trying to get an interview with Roman. She never can. It's always Paul Heyman that comes out and deals with Kayla. So you tend to hear from Heyman then, but, in-ring wise, it's Roman that does the talking. And I just kind of think that this would be an opportunity to have Heyman kind of more vocally involved backstage, not just talking to Kayla, but kind of going back and forth, trying to keep peace. And you could definitely get a good few weeks out of that. Build up towards, them shaking hands, tease that they might even be on the same page. There might even be an alliance. And you could get everyone going, oh my God, who's going to stop these two if they get together? But they don't. As we said, Roman, the heel, lashes out at Lesnar and, build towards the match. And then I think, for me, the match, I would probably have Brock get DQ'd. I think Brock could, beat up Roman, look good. It's this is hard for Roman to win the match, but Brock just goes too far, grabs a chair, doesn't care about the title, never cared about the title. This has never been about the title for Brock. This is about, destroying Roman. He gets DQ'd. So Roman still keeps the title, but Brock wins. So I'd book that as the first one, the first result. Because you're almost certain to get a couple of matches out of this. And I don't know. I still wouldn't put the title on Brock. I think the next time they face each other, someone interferes, and that then sets Brock off going in a different direction. Brock then is having to deal with a little bit like what with Seth did. Like how Seth interfered, and now we've got Edge and Seth. You could say, oh, well, we've just done that, so why would we do that again? But my God, it's difficult to find a way of keeping the belt on Roman, but I really would try to keep the belt on Roman. Brian Alvarez threw out the idea of Brock and Roman at Madison Square Garden. Extreme Rules for Big E. Both men will be weak, says JJB Gaming. Harley said, Days, I've got a brilliant idea. At the start of the draft, I would draft Undertaker to Raw. Everyone gets happy and shocked, and by the end of the show, he's drafted to an inactive brand. He gets drafted to ECW. He gets drafted to WCW. You could draft everyone, but to the brands they were originally on, and hope that no one notices. That's nice. I like that. So basically, the whole of SmackDown goes over to Raw, and the whole of Raw goes to SmackDown. Massive. So technically, nothing changes, but everything changes. Extreme Rules, September 26th. Oldberg is the worst wrestler I have ever seen, says Yusuf. Brian Alvarez, I don't know if they're still alive, but with Cameron Grimes to the moon phrase, they could bring out the Moon Dogs, says Jimmy. I also have no idea if they are still alive. Did you like my Lily belt? Asks Alexa Bliss Gamer. I was concerned by it, because it's, who knows, something that WWE could do. Rich Holland has beaten Timothy Thatcher. Side slam and gets the win. So Ridge Holland has won. Match was okay. It wasn't grabbing me. We were chatting away and there wasn't really anything that was like bringing me in. We've got Pete Dunne and Ciampa going at it though. Pete Dunne and Ciampa's pretty cool. I hate this kind of hipster Pete Dunne though. It's horrible. I hate it. Is this Oney, Lorcan and Danny Burch? Oney, Lorcan and Danny Burch beating up on Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa getting thrown back into the ring. Ciampa charging over, knee strike. Big strike there by Danny Burch. Here's Ridge Holland. So we've got Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch. Have they got a team name at all? The Queens of England. The Queens of England. Thatcher pulling at the leg of Ridge Holland. Forearm strike to Ridge. Pete Dunne comes round. Pete Dunne has got Thatcher. He's grabbed the arm. Thatcher kicking out at Ridge Holland. Thatcher getting pushed into the plexiglass. Oof. That was kind of interesting. Ridge Holland went over with his truncheon in his hand to batter Thatcher, and Pete Dunne was like, no. Stopped him. Actually stopped him from doing it. Yeah, I wonder what these four are known as. The Muffins. The Crumpets. Here's Carmelo Hayes. Holland has been doing some dart matches. He could be heading up. Pete Dunne looks like he's going to school. Says, well, not in the UK he doesn't, because he'd have to wear a uniform. You've got hipsters in your school, haven't you? I mean, the people on Raw stay on Raw, and the people on SmackDown stay on SmackDown, so that everything is pointless. Well, in a way, Lauren, isn't everything pointless already? In a way. In a way. What does it all mean at the end of the day, eh? What does it all mean? That'd be good. Maybe they could draft everyone to SmackDown by the end of the show, draft everyone back. And then you're right, by the end, no one knows what's going on. The 4 milk slices. Oh, the milk slices. Oh, yes. Yes. That'd be brilliant. Sponsored by Kinder Milk Slice. And they could come down, chucking them out to the crowd. And then, because they're heels, they can snatch them back again. Lily gets drafted to SmackDown and squashes Becky Lynch. Do you think NXT will suffer without Cole? No. I remember when I was a boy, NXT didn't have Adam Cole. So I've seen NXT without Adam Cole, and dare I say, it was better. Not because of no Adam Cole, but I'm just saying that it's going to be fine. Dunn obviously goes to the same tanning place as David Dickinson. Oh, Bobby Dazzler, a real deal. He's got himself a real deal. Yeah, there'll be a lot of people that won't know who that is. Just know he's a Bobby Dazzler. What's this? There's a TikTok. Don't know what that was. That was Kate. No. You can get a John Cena NFT. Yes. Come get some. Ba, 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 da, ba. WWE.com/NFT. Days Dakota is my favorite NXT superstar. Days, I think John Cena will be drafted to age 12 and Rhea will be drafted to age 57. CCSYT said, what if everyone from Raw and SmackDown gets drafted to NXT and we watch Vince versus a broomstick on Raw and SmackDown for 5 hours? Vishnu says, what happened to Elimination Chamber with day 1 in January? Well, it's not Elimination Chamber that would suffer, it's Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble, there's rumours that moves to February because of day 1 being in January. I mean, I don't know, why can't you just do day 1 in, like, the 1st of January and Royal Rumble at the end of January? I don't see the problem. But apparently they're looking at moving Royal Rumble to Feb, which would suck. I'd hate that. Because for me, Royal Rumble is the start of WrestleMania season. I don't want WrestleMania season starting February. Stupid February. I want it to start in January. I want it to start now. I want it to start as soon as possible. WrestleMania season is like the highlight of the year in many ways. Meant to be. I mean, obviously this year it wasn't because we had the pandemic, so there was never going to be any surprises. But next year's WrestleMania season should be a lot of fun. Should be good. Did you see Randy attack Amos today? I didn't see it happen today. I did not. WTF is day 1. We need more info. Well, we don't know what it is. We just know it's the pay-per-view that's going to take place in Atlanta on the 1st of January. Days, what's happened to... Oh, we read that. Do you see Randy? I've read that. I bet a John Cena NXT, but I can't seem to find it or see it. Oh, you don't want the Rumble in February. Oh, boom, home, home. Oh, does Days not want the Rumble in February? Oh, poor Days. Poor Days. Oh, is Volta not the champion anymore? Oh, poor Days. Oh, you're sad, aren't you? Thanks for the support. WWE seems to have a hard time carrying any angle for 3 months, so I'm not mad at a shorter Mania build, says Blazed Radio. Adam said, Becky Lynch is now a heel. Days. Belair versus The Man for a women's title will be at Extreme Rules. Do you remember Capital Punishment? I do. And I remember the amazing stage that they had as well. Was that the one that was the White House? It was amazing. Like, it was the White House. Like, the whole entranceway. It was fantastic. And R-Truth versus John Cena. I mean, I can't remember how good that match was, in all fairness. I can't quite recall now. I'm sure it was perfectly fine. It doesn't stick in my mind as a classic. But, there was a time when, like, R-Truth was a bit twisted. And not like the funny, jokey guy that he is now. And main evented a pay-per-view with John Cena. Right, we're just seeing last week the proposal that shocked the world. The proposal that shocked the world. Dexter Lumis and Indi Hartwell. Here we go. Look, we've got it. Indi's so funny. I feel incredible. Being in love is amazing. They've both... They've both got Index t-shirts on. Here, look, Dexter's drawn a picture. September 4th? 14th. Oh, if he hadn't have caught her then, that would have been brilliant. That would have been brilliant. September 14th. September 14th. There's a brilliant bit where she's like, as soon as it's announced, she like pretends to faint. If he hadn't have caught her, that would have been fantastic. If he'd have just stood there and she was like... Right, we've got Casey Catanzaro. Is she still with Ricochet? Does anyone know if they're still together? I mean, I'm guessing not. I don't know why I'm guessing that. I just haven't heard that they are. Casey, not that it matters. It's their lives. You know, I wish them all the best. But I just hadn't heard anything. Why are they dancing around in the ring? Caden and Casey against Jessi Jane. Dun 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 dun. The team of Gigi Doolin. Gigi Doolin. I don't even know what this... What am I watching? What is this? Gigi and JC versus Casey and Caden. If I walked into a room and JC Jane and Gigi Doolin were there, I'd leave. I'd leave the room. But like, I ain't dealing with that. I mean, what kind of conversation are you having with these two? Do you like toast? Have you ever had a waffle? I don't know what kind of... Are you excited for the new Spider-Man? I'd just be like, oh, it's going to be too much hassle having a conversation with these two. They just look hard work. I'd feel like you'd have to talk to them about, like, taxidermy or something. Do you know what I mean? Amin, shout out to you. Kick out by Gigi. Right, we're underway. They're Mad Iconics. Caden and Casey bouncing off the bar. Why are these two dancing around? I don't know what's happening. Hello, Frenchie. People saying hello to Frenchie. Hello. Casey and Ricochet are still together. It's just that Casey and Caden will be coming to the main roster soon, says Adam. Andra said, Days, Royal Rumble is usually the week before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is on February 13th next year because the NFL added an extra game. Cheeky NFL, eh? What are they like? Cannonball by JC Jane. Honestly sounds like something. I think it's Lois Lane that I'm thinking of, but she definitely sounds like something out of like a superhero book, comic book. If someone had said to me, have you seen the new JC Jane film? I'd be like, no, who's in that? And they'd be like, Helen Mirren. And I'd be like, what? Need to see that. Helen Mirren in a superhero film. Is she the lead character? Mm-hmm. Amazing. Coming soon. Helen Mirren is Marvel's JC Jane. Straight to the midsection. There's a lot of people now going, who's Helen Mirren? Boomers. The NXT name will be changed to Knob, which is not a real brand, says Anthony. Days, I'm scared. When the day comes that Goldberg will walk up to Volta and ask him, you want to blow the roof off this place? Well, at least we know it'll be short. Shoulder up by Casey. John says, have Volta and Ridge ever faced each other? I think that would be a good match. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. Could be fun. Back elbow by Casey. In comes Caden. Big boots over to the corner. Clothesline. Down goes Gigi. Strikes coming in. Isn't anything recently saying they're together, but nothing saying they've split up. WWE shared a thing confirming that they were dating on January 21st of this year. Fair play. Well, they've been together for a long, long time then. They've been together for years. They've been together since he was down in NXT. So, fair play. 1, 2, kick out by Gigi. Days, does NXT mean next? Yeah. It's the next generation, isn't it? I can't remember if they ever said it. I can't remember if, I remember Vince doing the announcement saying that there'd be no more ECW. He was like, we're going to start a new show. But I can't remember if he announced that it was going to be called NXT and what it stood for. But yeah, I've always took it as next. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Casey and Caden win. Fair play. Caden and Casey get the sweet, sweet dub. I actually didn't expect them to win. I thought that Gigi and JC Jane, or whatever her name is called, was going to get the victory. Fair play. You're next when you get released. Has the next Brock Lesnar debuted next? The next Brock Lesnar? Yes. Casey Catanzaro, right there. Yeah, look, she's like, this is our time! This is our time! Why are they shouting at the commentators? Caden jumping up on the commentary to get down, love. Beth Phoenix says, that's the intensity that I want to see. Right, we're backstage with Raquel Gonzalez. That girl is tougher than nails. If I know Dakota, I know this isn't over, so that's interesting. Kind of hinting that she might still be around. Unpopular opinion, Caden Carter has got more potential than Casey Catanzaro. Never been a fan of Casey. Is that unpopular? I don't know that that's unpopular. Here is Frankie Monet. Wow, look at Jessi. I've not seen that kind of attire before. I don't know where to look. She's showing like bottom boob. She's got like a top that shows off the bottom boob. Is this a thing that women are doing now? What are you meant? How are you meant to have conversations now with anyone? She's got bottom boobs, showing off her bottom boobs. Oh my God, am I gonna have to start asking permission whether I'm allowed to watch NXT now? That this filth is on there. I feel like I've just seen pornography, guys. I feel like I've just seen pornography. And I'm not allowed to watch that. Where's NXT? There's got to be people talking about this. I can't be the only one that noticed. Imagine if I am the only one that noticed. Imagine everyone's like, I don't know what you're on about. And I'm here going, she's got her boobs out. She's got her boobs out. Well, I feel very uncomfortable. Let's put it this way. I'm trying to find a picture of it so that I can show you. Because right now I probably seem like I'm losing my mind. What's he on about? What's he going on about? Bottom boob? If you saw, then you saw. Let's have a look. Save the date. No one cares about this wedding. Well, lots of people care. No. Where's Jessi Kamea? Oh, God. I might get a top like that. I wonder if you can buy those kind of tops. Kamea. Jessi Kamea? Jessi Kamea. No. Still nothing. Seems like no one has noticed apart from me. Seems like no one cares about Jessi on NXT. Jessi, if you're watching this, I noticed. And I don't mean that in a pervy way. I'm just saying that I just didn't know what to do with myself, love. How has no one put a picture up of this? How has no one put a picture up of it? Unbelievable. This is making me seem like a perv now. This is now making me seem like a perv. That I'm desperately scrolling through Twitter trying to find a picture. Honestly, she had her boobs out. Let's see if we can find a picture of it. Oh, where's the picture? I don't know what's happening. If you're watching this going, I don't know what's happening, I also don't know what's happening. No. There's no images. And do you know what? In a way, it's probably for the best. I'm now starting to wonder if it's even happened at all. I'm now sitting here starting to think maybe I've made it up. Maybe she was just dressed perfectly fine and everything was normal. And maybe I'm just, you know... I mean, I probably haven't been sleeping that well, in all fairness. Not compared to how I usually sleep, so... Maybe it's that. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that I saw boobage. That's what I saw. Just type boobs in Google. I don't need that search history. I really don't need that search history. Why is there still no photos? Why are there still no photos? I can't be the only one. How? I can't be. I can't. Please, come on, Twitter. You spot everything. You break down every second of every frame. Are you telling me that is no one watching NXT? Am I the only one? What is going on? I can't be alone. I can't be. I am not a pervert. You know when you just go too far with something and there's no way back. That's where I am right now. There's no way back from this. I've got to see this through. What I need is a picture of it to show you lot. So that you lot go, do you know what? Fair play, yeah, that is quite revealing. And we all agree that it was quite revealing. And then I seem less of a perv. Right now, without a picture, it seems like I've just perved on this woman and then spoken for about 10 minutes on the subject. Right? And now I'm still searching. Because the only way... Because how am I meant to just move on from this now? How am I meant to go, we'll go into a different match now? Like, it's become a thing. Here's Odyssey Jones. Odyssey Jones is here, guys. Let's talk. What's he going to say? Oh, Odyssey Jones. No one. There! Yes! 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 Right. Here we go. No, I've got it. No, I've got it. And I'm going to show you the picture, and you lot will be like, yeah, do you know what? Fair play. That is quite revealing. And I'll be going, I know. I'll be like, I know. I was saying this from the start. Hang on. Let me find a picture of these boobs for you. It's just a service that we provide here, you see. Oh. Welcome to Tuesday Night Perverts. Oh, here we go. Where's that picture gone? Oh, I've put it in my special folder. Oh, it's in the special folder. Here we go. Look, can I just say, right? Look, everyone. Look. I don't remember this before. Like, under boob. Do you know what I mean? Under boob. There's 3 women here, and most of... Well, no, there's 4, actually. But most of them have got, like, their boobs covered up. But under boob! Under boob! Now, Odyssey Jones is saying something, but I'm not giving up on this. We're going big picture, right? Big picture. Under boob! I'm just saying. This is wrestling. This is wrestling. I will not hear anyone say that NXT is not the best brand. No one can tell me this is not the best brand. Who's this woman? Who are you? Who's this? Who's Feather McGrew? Who's this woman? What's her name? There's a peacock in the ring. Valentina what? What? Valentina what? Valentina Featherface. Oh my God. I love that woman as well now. Oh, what is going on with the women today on NXT? All the women are just bringing it. Did you see this woman? Who's this? Oh, right, okay. Kaylee Ray's coming out. Kaylee Ray, but the woman that she's wrestling is like all feathers. It's basically wrestling the gobbledygooker's younger sister. Unbelievable scenes on NXT tonight. Now I need a picture of gobbledygooker. Gobbledygookess. That's what it is, the gobbledygookus. I want that picture now. Never forget, guys. Never forget. Underboob! Underboob! Na 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 underboob! Days needs an intervention. I stand peacocks. Now look at Peacock Woman! What is going on? Who is this? She's small as well. Look at the size of her. I thought she was quite big and imposing. Wow. Just like a little chicken. Right, hang on. We've got some gobbledygookess versus Kaylee Ray. I didn't even type it out. Flip. Gobbledygookus versus Kaylee Ray. There we go. There we go. Now, if I was in a room with the gobbledygookus, now we're talking. Now we're having a conversation. If I'm in there with Gigi Dolan and whatever, I ain't sticking around. But if I'm in there with her, I'll be like, oh my God, what is your favourite bird? And then she'd probably say something, and I'd be like, I don't know that one. Because I don't know really birds. But I'd be down for having the conversation. Kaylee Ray slamming the gobbledygookus. I'd love a picture of the gobbledygookus, but I don't have one of them. It seems like, do you know what I've learned? Twitter's awful. I thought Twitter was all over everything. I thought the second that a wrestler sneezed, there was a picture on Twitter. Apparently not. Apparently not. This is the second picture within the past 5 minutes that I've wanted, and Twitter has not put anything up. Like, what is this about? What is this about? Valentina something. Valentina in the corner gets chopped. Chopped by Kaylee Ray. She's trying to behead this bird. Yeah, no, nothing. Nothing. Maybe Twitter isn't as pervy as you are. I'm not trying to get a picture of boobs. I'm trying to get a picture of bird woman. Duck underneath. Drop kick. Look, her feathers are falling out. She's getting plucked. She's going over to Kaylee Ray. It's a little bit like if Zelina Vega had a mental breakdown. It's a little bit like that. If you're not watching and you're like, what's he on about? That's what I'm on about. I'm on about a mental breakdown for Zelina Vega. Slam. 1, 2, 3. There we go. She battered her. She battered that chicken. She deep fried it. Still nothing. Seems like no one cares. Seems like we're the only people that care about these things. Nothing, 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 nothing. That gear is hideous, says J14. How can you cheat on Elektra and Osterman? Because a flipping bird came along. That's what... I don't make the rules. Yeah? I just play the game. I noticed that Raquel is... Did she run into a wall? Feathers everywhere. All over the ring, mate. Peacock is... Peacock! Peacock! What a great way to advertise Peacock. WWE Network on Peacock to celebrate. Here's a woman dressed as a peacock. Days, if you go to Valentina Feroz, look at her banner. Okay. Can I just say I'm into this woman? I don't want anyone to think this is shade. What's her name? Valentina. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Valentina Feroz. Valentina Feroz. No results. Of course there isn't, because I probably spelt it wrong. Valentina. My God. Why can't she just be called, like, Bird Woman? Nothing. Valentina Feroz. Nothing. Nothing. No one exists with that name. Why is life so hard? Why is life so hard? Why can't she be called Linda McChicken? I will never find a picture of this woman to show you. Doesn't matter. If you should just be watching the show. If you watch the show, then you know. Yeah? Underboob. Days, when is your next album coming out? I'm way too busy for an album. I'm trying to break down tonight's NXT. We're going in deeper than Twitter is able to here. I'm telling you, Linda, you're a player. Valentina Chicken? She could be the Lady Rooster. She could be Red Rooster's girlfriend. Do you think the Underboober? Oh my God, she's wearing black as well. Put an Undertaker. Oh my God, someone please. Someone put the Undertaker hat on her. And then we've got Underboober. Oh my God. Someone needs to put the Undertaker hat on her. Da 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 da. Underboober. Underboober. Tell you what, I can't wait to see her streak. Woo! I've gone full on Ric Flair. Woo! Underboober. Valentina McChicken. Why don't you watch NXT UK? I just don't get the time. I don't get the time. I wish I did. I wish I did. Right, look, we've got sad faces now. Sad faces. Gigi. JC Jane. Mandy Rose. Mandy. Poor man's Underboober. That's what she is. Poor man's Underboober. If you never want to feel like this, follow me. Hoo ha, hoo ha, hoo ha. Here comes Samoa Joseph. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. The new NXT champion. He's got his Provoke Me shirt on. Dun, dun. Mandy McBoobs. Dazzle said, the smile on the guy behind them. The smile on the guy behind them. On this picture. Yeah, in all fairness, he's not looking. He's staring at Frankie Monet. He's like, hey, Monet. Baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. Say hey. Alright, fair play. Fair play to him. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Mandy is cheating on Dana. Right, let's see what Samoa Joe's got to say. You still got it. I like that Zoom station. Where is your NXT UK Women's Championship belt? It's here. You can grab it. Look at that, it's nice, isn't it? I'm like Samoa Joe. I should go I should go to like a WWE live event like this. Shouldn't I? You want to go? You want to go, son? You got a problem? You want to go? Check me out. In all fairness, Miko Satomura is the current women's champ. Definitely don't want to get on the wrong side of her. Right, we've got... yeah, okay. Who amongst you? Who's it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Time is now. The champ is waiting. Austin thinks Pete Dunne. Who is it? Pete Dunne. You were right. It is Pete Dunne. Peter! Here he is, look. The fashionista of NXT. I swear I saw him in a catalogue for Old Navy. Modelling their clothes. Making his way down. I was right, says Austin. Austin was right. Pete Dunne, what the flip? I think Alan tagged you in a tweet of the woman. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money. Is that what she wears? Flip. She's like Lady Tonka. Be honest with yourself. I don't care how many times you've held that title. You ain't the baddest around here. Look at her. I love her. She's really cool. She's really cool. Look at the wings as well. Those wings are amazing. They look like actual, but it's like she's killed an eagle, strapped it to her back. Like, those wings are amazing. She's got a good... I like this girl. I like this girl. Yeah, I'm into whatever this is. Shame she lost. Here's LA Knight. Underboob is gonna kill you. Tell you what, if she did, I'd definitely rest in peace. I'd definitely rest in peace. Old underboob. Okay, we got L.A. Knight. Has made his way down. We got Pete Dunne. We've got a very unimpressed Samoa Joseph. He's very unimpressed. Joe. Have you got enough tingle in your loins? Joe, have you got enough tingle in your loins? It's not very terrifying, is it? This is LA Knight's game. Take one more step and I swear I'll break every one of your fingers. Who's coming down now? Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly hobbling out. I'd sit this one out, Kyle. Sit this one out, mate. Pete Dunne. Le Knight. Le Knight. Pete Dunne. Kyle O'Reilly. Yes. He's made his way out. You're a dirty man, says Retribution. I'm just calling it as I see it. I'm just calling it as I see it. Okay, this is a little better from Kyle. At least he's saying things. Ridge Holland has come out and just headbutt to the back. Kyle goes down. Pete Dunne. Oh, Pete Dunne was going to try and attack Samoa Joe from behind. LA Knight circling on the outside. Chompers come in. I wonder what this is going to lead to. Some kind of multi-man match battle royal? 6-man? 5-man? 4-man? 3 bags full? What's happening? Kyle can speak into a microphone. Yeah, it's big development. It's big development. He can actually say some words. He just said some words with confidence. In all fairness, he just said some things with confidence. And at the end of his promo, I wasn't cringing on the floor. So, Kyle O'Reilly's promos are always a bit like... I think part of the problem is he's in there with the likes of Adam Cole and people like this and who are amazing on the mic. But that was... Credit where it's due. That was better. That was better. Right, we've got Cameron Grimes outside with $1 Million Man. DiBiase getting in the car. This is your legacy. He's given the belt back to $1 Million Man. Cameron, come here. This doesn't really sound right. Okay, so he gave him the replica championship. Well, that's not a good advert, is it? If you would like your own replica championship, you can go to WWE Euroshop and use the code DAYS10. You can get an extra 10% off, and they're wonderful championships. I don't think that was a very good advert at all. This is the replica one. Well, a lot of us would appreciate a replica championship. Thank you very much, Cameron Grimes. think we misjudged that one. DiBiase gave him a replica. Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense because he gave it him back and said, I don't want this now, it's your legacy. So he was willing to give up the real one anyway. So, in fact, he's just gained a free replica. He's just got a free replica belt. He's just been given a free replica belt. And now he's like having a fit. This doesn't make any sense. The more I think about it, the more it doesn't make any sense. He's like, this is your belt. It's your legacy. I don't want it. And the $1 Million Man has gone, okay, thank you. Actually, no, have it back. Ha, pranked you. That's not the real one. Okay, but I was going to give up the real one anyway. Yeah, but pranked you. It's a replica. Oh, well, that's cool, because like, they're about a couple of $100. But it's not the real one. Yeah, but this, you know. I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. I mean, like, let's never forget Underboob. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant show. I'm loving this show. Underboob. Halftime scores. Get your halftime scores in. Brandon says 9.7. 6 from Austin. 6. 6 from Justin. 6. Scott Turner says 6.77. Brian says 6.66. Scott says 6.75. These are probably fair, in all fairness. 9.75. 6. Lex Bliss Gamer says 7. I don't actually know what the score. Whatever the number's going to be, I'm going to do that. 10. 6. 7.25. 9.7. 5 out of 12. Underboob. Yay! Underboob. 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 I swear, I can't wait for tomorrow's AEW stream when I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to do... I'm pretty sure I could... I think I've got that top upstairs, actually. So, I might wear that tomorrow. Haven't decided. Can I just say... Fair play to Jessi. She's been given all of 30 seconds TV time. About 30 seconds. Not really a speaking part. This was Frankie Monet talking to Raquel Gonzalez. Jessie's just in the background. She has stolen this show. Her and Eagle Woman. Yeah, oh, that's Dragunov. That's not Eagle Woman. Well, did I delete Eagle Woman? What's this one? That doesn't do anything. What's that do? That doesn't do anything. I've just got loads of images that are hidden. What's that one? Nothing. Moan meter. No. What's that image? Oh, that's like an AEW thing in the corner. Hang on. Let's get rid of that. Anyway, yeah, she's properly... Well, I was going to say milked. I don't know if that's the right word. But she's made the most of her 30 seconds tonight. So well done, Jessi. Well done. Well done, Flower. 9.75. Ben Russell says 7.75. Zachary says 6.75. Not Spammer at all says 4. So we see Adam Cole tonight or tomorrow? I don't think so. Ben Russell says 7.75. Esteban says 5.575. Days, do you think NXT will be involved in Survivor Series? No. James Kenny said, Days, I hope you are well. Can you check out my tweets? It took me 3 hours to make and there's no sound. Sure. I'll check it at the end. Milked was the perfect word. People that give NXT 1 point more than 5 are biased or kids. I don't know. We've had the Bird Lady. We've had Underboob. There's been quite a bit here. And Kyle O'Reilly cut a promo that I could actually listen to. Right, here we go. We're backstage with Kyle. Is Duke Hudson? You look pretty beat up. Oh, Kyle just gave him a little slap. Straight to the midsection. Duke Hudson, man, he's got a good size to him. Trying to separate Duke Hudson and Kyle. I'm down for seeing these two go at it. Why is he so angry? Why is he so angry at him? I feel like I've missed something there. Here is William Regal. William Regal is out there with an NXT contract. William Regal. William Regal. Oh, yes. This is the final of the Breakout Tournament. Regal. NXT has been great, says James Chadwick. Carmelo. Odyssey Jones. Did you see Raw's rating? I did. Right, Carmelo's making his way down. I'm an Odyssey Jones stan. Mellow Hayes. Days I'm watching NXT. Shout out to you, Legend Killer. Right, Carmelo's down there. Here comes Odyssey. I don't know what his music sounds like. Let's listen. What's happening now? Oh, I love this dude. Look at him. Yes. Oh. It's like Mark Henry's older brother. I love his music as well. Yeah, man. Oh, God. Yes. I love his attire. I love his music. I love his energy. I love his hair. I love his jacket. This guy's awesome. I love Odyssey Jones. I tell you, they've got some good. That Duke Hudson looks good. Great size to him. Oh man, they found a gem in him. They found an absolute gem. Look at the size difference here. Carmelo Hayes, £210. Odyssey Jones. How much does he weigh? 405! 6 foot tall, 405. Wow. He's awesome. I love him. I wonder if NXT will have a women's breakout tournament. Underboob's going to win. Underboober. Underboober takes it for me. Call up Carmelo. Put him with Carmella. Okay, we've got Carmelo over in the corner. Odyssey kind of standing his ground. I love his ring attire. I wish that was something that like Keith Lee had, you know. Keith Lee, I don't like his cheap text. The text that he's got on his ring attire looks cheap. It looks like it's just been chucked on. Like, but I really love like what Odyssey Jones has got here. It looks like proper ring attire. If only there was a 405 live. You spelt Carmelo wrong. Caramel. Caramel. I need the O, don't I? I need the O. Boom. Oof. Slam down. Slam down. Carmelo is going to win because Vince wants Jones. I'm not surprised. Honestly, I'm not surprised. He is such a talent. But is he ready? He hasn't had matches. This is the final of the Breakout Tournament. God damn. I want him now. In a way, though, it's sort of, I really want to see this guy. So, do you want to, like, have him have a run in NXT and, like, so we see everything to do with him first? Like, if he is going to get called up nice and early, that could be awesome. Catches the leg. Enziguri by Carmelo. Odyssey is rocked. Oh! He just kind of swats Carmelo out the air. Carmelo springboards off the middle rope, collides into Odyssey Jones and goes down. And I think we're going to commercial break. Days put Channel 4 on. I can't do that. I can't do that because I can't change the channel, can I? Shane Taylor is like Mark Henry. Underboob versus Feather Lady. Yes. Dream match. Dream match. For me, you build the new NXT around Underboob. You build it around Underboob. You build it around Linda McChicken. And you move forward with them as your absolute cornerstones of the new NXT. Harry said, there's a video on YouTube of Chuck Taylor. He has a ton of potential wrestler name characters. It's really funny stuff. This match reminded me of that video. 2 generated ring names, says Harry. Hypeman15 said, Days, Frankie Monet and Johnny Drip Drip are married. Alex says, are you a fan of Toad in a Hole, stew, or Yorkshire puddings? Yes and no. Like, stew, I'm never a big... My dad loves stew. So, it's kind of like meat and vegetables in like a sort of like a watery... like a gravy broth kind of a thing. But it's full of like all the flavors of the vegetables and the meat and all of that kind of stuff. It's a very hearty, heavy kind of a meal. It's the kind of thing that, you know, goes lovely in winter time. Like a nice hearty stew, but it's very good for you. It's full of like vitamins and nutrients and all that kind of stuff. So it's very, very good for you. So it's one of those that I'm never crazy about stew. Well, actually, I mean, I feel like I should find a picture. Because it's all well and good talking about these things, but I don't know if you have stew abroad. Stew dish. Let's do that. Stew dish. I don't know if that's the right thing. Something like this. This is quite a nice picture, actually. This is quite a nice picture of some stew. I know it's a weird topic, but there might be some people out there that haven't had stew. I don't know, do I? What am I? The stew police. Let's go down to this one and find the picture. Which is easier said than done. It keeps saving in like... Oh, there it is. There we go. That's a stew. So you can see it's got like a lovely, well-cooked meat. Lots of veg. All kind of cooked in this kind of sauce. It's very hearty. Flavoursome. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. But I don't... For whatever reason, I don't like... If we're having stew, it's like, okay. I'm not like, yeah, stew tonight, yeah. Yorkshire puddings are amazing. They're amazing. And what was the other one? Toad in the Hole. I'm not crazy about it. It's just sausages in like a batter. But it's very light and fluffy. It's quite airy. So, you know, you'd have that with some potatoes and whatever. But it's all right. It's all right. I don't mind it. I don't hate any of them. I'd say my favourite would be Yorkshire puddings. I will find a Yorkshire pudding to show you whilst we enjoy the rest of this match. You'd have a Yorkshire pudding with a roast dinner. That's when you would have a Yorkshire pudding. Here we go. HBK and Triple H are super excited to see this match, according to Beth Phoenix. She says they're super excited by this. I'm super excited by this. I love Odyssey Jones. I mean, honestly. future Universal WWE champion, no doubts at all. You look at him and you go, yep, great energy. He ticks every box, doesn't he? And, you know, he's quite good in the ring as well. That's a Yorkshire pudding, just in case anyone wanted closure on that last conversation. It's like batter, but it's quite fluffy and light. And goes lovely with, like, some meat, beef or pork, and some potatoes, and, like, peas and things. It's lovely. Put a bit of gravy on. Ooh. Ooh. Right, front face lock applied by Carmelo Hayes is managed to get Odyssey Jones down to one knee. I think they're chanting, let's go Mellow, and then there's a dual chant of Odyssey. Let's go Mellow, Odyssey. Let's go Mellow, Odyssey. Come on, Odyssey. Come on, Odyssey Jones. I actually like the name. I've said before, it reminds me of the Turtles. What's his name? Casey Jones. Odyssey Jones. Reminds me of Casey Jones. Kick to... Oof. Proper kick to the face there by Carmelo. Knee strike by Carmelo. Odyssey Jones in a bit of trouble here. Against the ropes. Picks up. Round the houses. Sends the big man down. Against the ropes goes Carmelo. Scissor kick. Leg drop to the back of the head. Tries to roll over Odyssey. 1, 2. Kick out by Odyssey. Kick out by Odyssey. When Odyssey goes to Raw and SmackDown, he'll just be Odyssey Jones. Yep, shoulder breaker by Odyssey Jones. With Sammy's deal up this fall, do you think he will leave? He might do. He could do. I don't know how desperate they'll be to keep him. I don't know how much they think he moves the dial. I'm not sure. I think he brings such energy to everything he does. Odyssey trying to grab Carmelo. Carmelo has flopped out the ring. Kick again by Carmelo. So Odyssey over the other side of the ring, charging over into the corner, shoulder first into the ring post. Carmelo moving out of the way. So a bit of blood on the nose, the bridge of the nose of Carmelo Hayes. Hayes going up top. Looking for a leg drop again. He loves that move, doesn't he? Leg drop to the back of the head. He loves it. He loves it. England versus India, third test today. That'll be good. Well, for India. Won't be good for England. Carmelo climbing up in the corner. Going up top. Looking for another leg drop, but Odyssey, big splash! Big splash. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Squished him. Oh, 1, 2. No, he reversed it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Odyssey Jones with a big splash. Carmelo should have been like, Carmelo should have been squished. Odyssey Jones. Boom! And then Carmelo somehow rolls over. No, I'm not buying this. Stupid. Boo! Boo! Odyssey. 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 No, don't shake his hand. Punch him in the face. Cheated. No. Stupid Carmelo Hayes. Boo! You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Cheated. I mean, he didn't really, but in my eyes, he might as well have. Carmelo wins. Odyssey should have won. Odyssey should have won. He squished him. Like, what? Proper jumped on him. Thought he was going to have to scrape him off the mat. Days, I'm sad. I'm an Odyssey Jones fan. I'm sad as well. This is worse than the end of the Undertaker streak. This is worse than Sting losing to Triple H at WrestleMania 31. This is worse than Triple H beating Booker T. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. You can face any champion. Carmelo can face any champion. What's Samoa Joe? Shout out to Odyssey Jones. Shut up. Boo! You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. I wouldn't challenge Raquel. No way. I don't care. I don't care if you think that you're a bad man. I saw the look in your eye. Oh. Hello, Robert. Hello. If he doesn't pick the world champ, then he's an idiot. The British line. Is that what they... Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa. I'm gonna make you pay, just like your old pal. No. I feel like they all just miss promo school. You will fall to Tian Sha tonight. Oh, great. Spooky McGrew's still around. Oh, brilliant. Tian Sha. What are you expecting from Brock and Becky? I don't know. Becky to be a heel, Brock to be Viking. I don't know. Only Lorcan isn't British. We've adopted him. We call him Little Ben. I think this could be a good little British faction. Is that their name? A good little British faction. I was just thinking, like, what would you call them? The Union Jacks, but 3MB dressed up as in Union Jack suits and called themselves that. There's been a team already called the Union Jacks. It was 3MB when they came to London. Oh my God, I don't know what we're going to call them. Jim Cornette on his podcast said that Odyssey should definitely win the breakout tournament. I want to see his reaction to Jones losing. When is the last time we saw a company with so much momentum like AEW? I don't know. What was the momentum like for TNA when they were bringing in like Hogan and Ric Flair and all of those names? I mean, they had Samoa Joe, they had AJ Styles, they had the X Division. Austin Aries, they were bringing in Ric Flair, they had Jay Lethal, Jeff Hardy, of course, Matt Hardy. I kind of feel like probably TNA. I can't remember anything since then. They're not all British, though. They are. We've taken Oney Lorcan. He is I'm trying to think if there's anything that rhymes with Lorcan that's British, but I can't think of anything. Well, I don't know. Perhaps they'll have to make something out of it being 3/4 British. The 3/4 British faction. And a little bit of America. Oh, it's just a mess, isn't it? The whole thing's just a mess. It's just like Meghan and Harry all over again. I'm sorry, someone had to say it. We were all thinking it. It's just like Meghan and Harry all over again. It doesn't work when you put a British people and American people together in a union. It just doesn't work, does it? It doesn't. It ends up being on Oprah, right? And that's exactly what's going to happen with these. They'll end up being on Oprah, like dishing the dirt on each other. It's just got disaster written all over it. Is Tony Khan the saviour? He is the only one that convinced Punk to come back. Is he the saviour? I don't regard Tony Khan as a saviour, no. Team 75 British. I like that. I like that. Team 75 British. 25%. 75% British, 25% American. It's quite a long name, but it explains them very well. It explains them very well. Days, I'll remind you about the tweet at the end. Also, her nickname should be Thunderboob. Thunderboob, Thunderboob. I like Underboob, though, because she is wearing black and she's got that Undertaker vibe. And then, I mean, boobs. There's no two ways about it, you know. It's quite the dress, that is. Quite the dress. I mean, what if, like, when she's older... What about when she's in her 70s? That dress is not going to be showing underboob. It's going to be showing all the boobs. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not being nasty. It happens to us all. When you get older, things just aren't as perky, right? Things start to, do you know what I mean, go south a little. Gravity wins at the end of the day. Gravity wins. So all I'm saying, I'm not being nasty. All I'm saying is that dress has got a limited shelf life, right? Because she can't wear that when she's 75. Yeah? Otherwise, honestly, we won't be calling her underboob. We'll be calling her all the boob. All the boob taker. Whew. It had to be said. It had to be said. Sable, watch out for Thunderboob. How has NXT been tonight? I've had fun. Apart from the fact that Odyssey Jones was robbed. He was robbed. We've had Birdwoman. Hang on. If Dave hasn't seen Birdwoman, we've got to show Birdwoman. Birdwoman. Do, do, do. She's the woman who looks just like a bird. But she's not a bird. I don't even know where I saved it now. There she is. Birdwoman. Do, do, do. Here she is. She's coming, Dave. There she is. Yeah! The feathers on that are amazing. I'm sorry, but that is like exactly like a bird. I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my home is. Maybe that could be her entrance music. She reminds me of an artist called Bat for Lashes, but that is such a niche reference. I am actually really cool. So, you know, I know really obscure artists like Bat for Lashes. And people will be like, Bat for Lashes? I'm like, yeah, get over it. God, I know about some, like, really obscure musician who's really cool. Get over it. I'm trying to find a picture of Bat for Lashes now. I don't even know what's happening. Boa's here. Boa is in the ring doing something. Backlash is cool, man, actually. I don't know what she's up to. I'm going to show you a picture of a woman that none of you care about. None of you give a flip. This is literally for my benefit and no one else's. That's Backflashes. I'm getting these vibes. Backflashes. She's cool. Good album. It's got a great song called Daniel. There you go. If you want to check out something, and you might be like, I wonder if that will be any good. Daniel. Daniel. When I first saw you, I knew that you had a flame in your heart. Yes, the message is very clear. Very clear. Beat him. Oh, he's just lost. Doing all your this kind of stuff and you just lost, didn't you? Silly Boa. The arena is in silence. Oh my God. She stood up. He's decided to go this way. He doesn't want to go past the old woman. We just walk up the ramp, get out of the way, boomer. Go play bingo. Oh, well, that was something that happened. Here's Johnny Gargano. Hey, Johnny. Baby, I got your money. Don't you worry, Johnny. Regal said it's going to be great TV. Bananas. I think I am the authority to decide that one, thank you very much. LA Knight wants Joe. Johnny doesn't want the wedding to happen. Get out. He's telling them all to get out. Get out. Oh, I don't know how he copes. I thought there was going to be someone in there. I don't know why. I thought there was going to be someone in there. He like slammed the door and he was like... And then I thought he was going to turn around and Underboober was going to be there. Thunderboob was going to be there. Well, I'm having I don't know about you, I'm having a lovely time. That wasn't an upset. They're going crazy. This is brilliant, says Scott. That was unexpected. Awesome booking decision. Do you think we get a swerve at the wedding and Dexter talks? He's got to, doesn't he? Well, how's he going to say, I do? Is he going to, like, write it down on a bit of paper and hold it up? Come on, man. Come on, get it together. Yeah, get it together. If you're going to marry Indi Hartwell, the least you can do is say, I do. What if he doesn't talk? 'Cause his voice is like, I do. What if that's his voice? Do you, Dexter, take Indi to be your lawful wedded wife? I do, yeah. I'd like that very much. Oh my God, is that how you sound? Yeah, it's the reason why I haven't been talking. Oh my God. Is that really your voice? Unfortunately, yes, this is how I sound. Oh my God, I don't think we can get married anymore. Oh, but please. I'd really like it if we got married. Okay, well, can you stay quiet? Yeah, all right then, no problem. Okay, well, maybe if you shut up. Go back to your drawings. Who knows, it could be something like that. I don't know, do I? I don't know. I'm sure he's a lovely person with a lovely voice. How long we got? We got 16 minutes to go. 16 minutes. 16 minutes. I don't know what's going on in WWE at the moment. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's me or them, but I'm just feeling very entertained by the shows. Has anything happened tonight? I don't know if anything's really happened. Has anything happened? But it's another example of them just giving me loads of things that I can have fun with and enjoy. But I don't actually know if anything's happened. Oh, one thing happened. The wrong person won the breakout tournament. That's what happened. That's what happened. Something did happen. A big mistake. A big mistake happened. Still enjoying it, though. Did Austin Theory leave the way he did? Yeah, the way it was done was really weird. He just kind of packed his bag during like a little segment backstage and just kind of went like, bye. And walked out, and we haven't seen him since. And, yeah, it's been a bit rubbish. Like, it was a rubbish way for him to leave. Do you remember the last wedding? So, Liv is going to come down and be in love with Indi. Oh, God, that was wild. That was a wild segment, wasn't it? That Elektra Lopez was involved in that segment. She was Rusev's ex-wife. So maybe she'll come down again and reveal herself to be Dexter Lumis's ex-wife as well. Indi will be like, "Is this your ex-wife?" No, she's lying. She's not my ex-wife. Oh my God, can you stop talking? Can you just write it down? Oh, I don't like this whole new talking you. Sorry. 14 minutes to go. Right, we're going back. Here we are, Diamond Mine. There's Roderick Strong. We're just learning some stuff here. Days, have you ordered the championship yet? Not yet. No, I need to do it because that code, that Days 10 code, expires August 31st. Right, promo for Diamond Mine. Oh, I think we all know what's coming. We all know what's coming. Hero are on the way, aren't they? Legado del Fantasma versus Hero. Hero. Shall we? You know me. Diamond Mine is just a knockoff of Undisputed Era. Hero. I still do it better than them. Is that how he drives his car? No. Is this heel versus heel? When is you and Austin's wedding? Are you double wedding with Dexter and Indi? Sadly not, no. Sadly not. Days secretly loves Hit Row. Wow, it's such a secret. It's a secret to myself. Here's Legado del Fantasma. That's cool, isn't it? That'll make a cool figure. Imagine that as a figure. He's got like a poncho. And he's got his arms out and everything. It looks really cool. That would make for a great figure. Days, are you on Saturday? Yes. If the Premier League's on, we're on. Yeah, so as long as the game is being shown on BT or Sky here in the UK, then we're on it. This weekend, Saturday is huge. Huge. Big games. I can't even remember what they are, but they're big. I think it's like Man City, Liverpool or something. And then... No, I'll have a look. I have to do everything around here. Hero. We haven't even had a bell. There's just them mugging them. Brilliant. Man City versus Arsenal. Liverpool versus Chelsea. That's Saturday. Burnley, Leeds, Wolves, Man United. That's Sunday. The Gardadale Phantasma. Legado. Santos in there with the treasure hunter. City Arsenal. A fight has broken out. Nice upholstery. I like Santos Escobar. Great looking ring attire. Tassels. Fair play. Santos Escobar with some tassels. Right, this thing has settled down. We got Legado down Phantasma versus Hit Row 3-on-3. Is Legado Spanish for Legos? Yes. Alana said, who's your top 3 favourite NXT females? My number 1 used to be Aliyah, but she's on Raw now, so my top 3 would be Indi, Frankie, Candice. Mine would be... Underboob, Linda McChicken, and Zoe Stark. Probably those 3. Now I like Zoe. I like Zoe Stark. I like Zoe Stark. I like. Who do I really like? I mean, I do like Indi. I find her funny. I could go with Indi, I suppose. Indi, Zoe, and I don't know. It's really difficult. I mean, I see potential. I like Dakota, but she hasn't been blowing my mind, to be honest. Candice is cool, but I mean, she's going off pregnant. Maybe Shirai. Shirai, Zoe Stark, Indi Hartwell. Yeah, that feels about right. That's an honest answer that I've just given you there. I hope you appreciate that. Right, we've got Legado del Fantasma on the outside. You've got Elektra. If any sinner once. If they're not going to use her, I can't say she's my favourite. Candice is the best, says Austin. What's going on with EO? She's in the tag team, isn't she, with Zoe? She's tag champ. Women's tag champ. Download the Dexter Lumpy text-to-speech app. They've added 5 new languages. Legado means legacy. Legacy of fantasy. What is it? I don't know. I've never thought about that. Legado del Fantasma. What would that mean? Let's have a look. Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma. Translate. Ooh.
Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma. Legado del Fantasma.
Sober. Drunk.
Legado del Fantasma.
Right, but what does it mean?
Ghost Legacy. Ghost Legacy.
Ghost Legacy.
Ghost Legacy. It's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty cool. The Garda del Fantasma means Ghost Legacy. Whoa. And we've never translated that. Why? And it's taken us 12 months to get around to doing that. Why? Exactly. Because we are all over NXT. We leave no stone unturned. Fantastic. Well done, us. Well done, us. Only took us around about 12, 15 months to actually get round to Googling that. I thought it said Ghost Magazine. Ghost Magazine? That's not a bad thought. Magazine. Like a gun magazine? Magazine. The British magazine. No. I don't know. The Ghost Magazine. Ghost Legacy's better. Magazine. It's interesting. The magazine of a gun. It's kind of what it conjures up my thoughts. But it's not that anyway. It's not that. Right, we've got... we're going back to the action. I don't know if there's an overrun here. 6-man tag match. Hit Row versus Ghost Magazine. Ooh. Oh my god, that's scary. Oh, look at that one. I can't believe this. What a magazine this is. Oh. Days, put the title as Hit Row versus Ghost Magazine. Hit Row versus Ghost Magazine. There we go. Anyone jumping in now be like, who's Ghost Magazine? Is that a new faction? Like, yeah. It's led by the Underboober. Dun, 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 dun. It's his dad's legacy. His dad is called El Fantasma. Yeah, but this is better, isn't it? Ghost Legacy. Whoa! Look at this. Look at these moves. Whacking Wild, showing off a little bit of the old hips don't lie. Bit of Shakira. I love to the hips don't lie. Are you more of a Hit Row or a Ghost Magazine fan? That's not even a question. Tree Trunker. It's not even a question. I am so Ghost Magazine, it hurts. I'm basically the editor of Ghost Magazine. That's how much into Ghost Magazine I am. That was sexy. Sexy. Alex Bisgamer said, I hope they make a season 2 of WWE's Most Wanted. Can you wear a suit for the Index wedding like you did for the Lana and Bobby wedding? Is this a serious wedding? That was a serious wedding. We all knew that they were very much in love for real. But are these in love for real? I don't know. I don't want to thing or... Oh, I don't know. Sasha Banks is trending. Why is Sasha Banks trending? What's she done? What's she done now? I don't have Sasha Banks trending. United States trends. NXT is number 3. Bachelor in Paradise is 2. And Megan Thee Stallion is number 1. Was that because I was singing Savage earlier? I think it's because I was singing Savage. And now Megan Thee Stallion's trending. Oh, you guys. You guys. Shout out to you. Fair play. I do not have Sasha Banks trending at all. Carmelo Hayes is trending. Carmelo Hayes is the number 27 trend in America right now. Carmelo Hayes. Look, United States trends. Carmelo Hayes. I can only imagine that's people saying how much they are appalled that Odyssey Jones didn't win. Right. Against the ropes goes, I don't know what his name is. Big Dog. Elbow drop. 1, 2. Legado making a save. Yes, we got it trending for you. Amazing. I'm a savage. In the corner goes Wild. Mendoza on the shoulders. He collides into him. Top Dollar. Top Dollar's got 2 members of Legado on his shoulders. Here's Santos. Santos jumps, and now Top Dollar's got all 3 members of Legado del Fantasma. He chucks that one off. Slams those 2 down. Well, now we've done females. It's time for males. What's your top 3 males? Johnny, Wesley, Jordan Devlin. Wow, Alana, that's interesting. That's interesting. Didn't expect Jordan Devlin or Wesley to be in there, to be honest. Top 3 males. Oh, God. I don't know, That's bad, isn't it? Like, I really should have an answer straight away. I'm thinking... I like Samoa Joe, but... I love Volta, but I think he's more NXT UK, of course. So, he would be the first name I'd think of. I like Odyssey Jones. I like Johnny Gargano. I like Johnny. He's funny as well in the way. So, yeah, I'll go Johnny Gargano. Odyssey Jones, I'm totally on board that hype train. So, Johnny Gargano, Odyssey Jones. I think they've ruined Pete Dunne at the moment for me. He's just not the bruiserweight. Is he? He's just some awful catalogue model. I don't know. Who have people got? Come on. Who have people got? Help a boy out here. Maybe Cameron Grimes. He's got potential. Austin Theory's cool. Maybe Grimes, Gargano, Odyssey Jones. Kinky Cross. He's moved up, isn't he? Johnny is the best, says Austin. Johnny, Lumis, Theory. Johnny, I agree with. Lumis, I would make some tweaks to his character, to be honest. But he's got bags of potential. He's definitely someone that I've got an eye on. And Austin, I don't know where he's gone. Maybe you can still count him. I'm not sure. Tommaso, says Alex Bliss Gamer. I'm going to go to a Canadian football game, so I will miss AEW, says Lauren. Oh, big splash. 1, 2, swerve. Kick out by Santos. Sonny says, I'm half asleep. Legado should get a woman. The feather woman. The bird woman. She would fit perfect with them. The bird woman. Put the bird woman with them. Do it now. Do it now. They should put the bird woman with her. She can slap the white out of that other woman's hair. Slap the taste out of her mouth. Slap the camo off her trousers. Oh, is that Electra Lopez? Is that Electra Lopez? Ah, I knew I loved this woman. I love you. Oh, I love you. You're the best. Yeah! This is the best night ever. The best night ever. This is the best. You're the best. You're the best thing. was her. She was wearing way more clothes than when I saw her last time, but I know an Elektra Lopez when I see an Elektra Lopez. I think it was Elektra Lopez and she just laid into Hit Row. Ah! Does Triple H watch these streams? Are you watching Triple H? I love you. Ah, that was the best. That was the best. Do you remember earlier when I named my top 3 and I was like, yeah, we just don't see enough of Elektra Lopez. I take it back. She's now on my Mount Rushmore of all-time women. Not even women's wrestlers. Just all-time women. Look at her. She's like... Boom to the mid-sec. Yeah. Yeah, you go down. Stupid lady rapper. Legado win. Ah, Elektra Lopez. This was amazing. This is a brilliant end to NXT. Yes. I'll take that. I mean, in my mind, like, as I was just saying, like, the Bird Lady would have been good. Yes. I love this week's episode. Oh, this show. Yes. They look great together. They do look great together. That works. Simping. Hey, simping ain't easy. Simp life. Simp days. Wrestling simps. Oh. Hey, listen, The Simpsons has got a whole new meaning now. Oh. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I hate Hit Row. I hate them. Having Elektra Lopez come down. Oh. Stop cheating on Linda with Elektra. She's my new queen. She is my new queen. And I'm going to tweet that out. Because that's what people in the internet wrestling community do. They tweet out things like that. And I'm going to be that person. Where's a picture of her? I'm going to tweet it out. Where is Elektra Lopez? Where is Elektra Lopez? I can't believe the underboob. Underboob, yes! My queen! Yeah! Ah, I love it. Hero is dead, is dead. Is dead. Hero is dead. Oh, God, it's amazing. Queen! Guys, I sent the tweet out. The tweet's been sent. I am basically... Look at that. I am so internet wrestling community. Look at that. That is the most IWC thing you'll ever see. Yeah! She hit Row. Hero. Simpson days. The Simp days. You could do better. Listen, that was, do you know what? That was always the way to my heart. It was there right in front of your eyes all this time. All you had to do is take out one of the members of Hit Row. Oh my God. You should be thanking me. I talked it up. Elektra Lopez for NXT Women's Champion. Simping, guys, I'm living that simp life. It's not easy. Simping ain't easy. 6.75. Get your scores in. Fire in your scores. What did you think? I mean, it's hard, isn't it? It's so hard to not go 10 out of 10 for this. Look at that, 21 likes! We'd got 14 likes the other day and we broke Twitter. 21 on this one. Queen! Look at it. 21 likes. We're trending. Megan Thee Stallion, we're coming. She's the #1 trend at the moment. Not for long. 7 says Brad. 8 says Alexa Bliss Gamer. 7.5 says Justin. Brendan says 9.75. Justin says 7.5. Pro Skills says 7.5. Tahil says 5. Austin says 7.5. Dylan says 7.5. Burn It Down says 7. Men One Call says 10. I can't give it a 10. As much as I love the end, as much as I love Underboob, as long as I love the Bird Woman, as much as I love the Elektra Lopez, Odyssey Jones was robbed. Odyssey Jones was robbed. Robbed. But other than that, I'm giving it a 9. 9 out of 10, yeah! I don't know if that's like a real score, but I just saw Hit Row lose. Hit Row lost thanks to Elektra Lopez. Brilliant. The only thing that sours it. Stupid Odyssey Jones losing. Stupid. If he'd have won 10 out of 10. Perfect. That was a perfect... It was perfect. I won't have anyone say anything against this show. We had... do you know what? And if you're looking at that going, what? What? Understand, do you? Yeah? And the Bird Woman and Hit Row get beaten up. I'm sorry, but this show was purpose made for me. They're like, what things would Daze like? Should we give Daze some things he would like? Let's give Daze things he would like. We'll have Hit Row lose. He'll love that. We'll have Weird Bird Woman. He'll love that. We'll have bit of Underboob. He'll love that as well. Bit of Underboob. And then we'll do some matches. I don't know what they were. I can't remember anymore. But, yeah. Brilliant. Austin says, I agree. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 it is. Anthony, shout out to you. I mean, my real score might be a bit lower. If I'm being, like, super serious, I probably would be about... Don't tell anyone, but I'd probably be about a 7.5, something like that. But, you know. 9! I'm going 9! Hit Row got beaten up. Daisy, you watching the Paralympics? I'm keeping an eye on things. And there could be bits that we do cover on the channel. But it's hard to know what the big things are, to be honest. With the Olympics, you know, like 100 meters, and you know, like the American basketball team and things along those lines. But I don't know with the Paralympics. I'm just not getting asked for it. I mean, I'm getting a few people asked, but nothing compared to the Olympics. So we'll have a look. We'll keep an eye. And if there is something that people are like, oh, you need to do this, then there's a chance that we will. I'm not against doing it. No problem with doing it, but... yeah, nowhere near getting asked like we were for the Olympics. Can you check that tweet? Oh, it's a hard act to follow, dude. It's a hard act to follow. I can do it, but this is a high bar. This is a high bar. I can't even find it, actually. Where is it? Dude, this is 2 minutes. This is 2 minutes of like a figure thing. I kind of feel like you need to get a channel here, dude, where you can put this onto like your YouTube channel. Let me tweet it out. I will tweet it out. Here we go. Done. Tweet it out for the world to see. Oh, how do we make Elektra Lopez even better? Well, this community can do it. That's all I know. This community can find a way. Shout out to all of you. Look at that. That is the best. That is the best. Well done to Boy. Well done. Oh, some good stuff. When NXT gives you a surprise that you weren't expecting. Hero. Yeah. Look at his little face. Oh, look at his little face. What someone needs to do, or what I might do, is get a picture of underboob. Yeah. And then pop that next to it. Yeah. Proper pervy picture. Hello, ladies. Oh, hello. Oh, do you come here often, do you? Oh, my name's Des, yeah. I've got a YouTube channel. Hero. I don't know what's happening now. I think it's, you know, when you get to one of those points and you're like, we should probably end. We should probably end. For everyone's sanity, we should probably end. Awesome, guys. Appreciate the support. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed NXT this week. I honestly did. I've enjoyed it more this week than I have, I don't know, since when. So, yeah, really enjoyed it. So, thanks a lot for joining us. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.